Welcome to the channel and welcome to this 2,000 point match play game between Space Marines and Genestealer Cults. So today on the channel, my Space Marines known as the 13th will be fighting Smoke, the Genestealer Cults. They're fast, they're tricksy, they're hidden away. This planet has fallen to revolution and this city is in ruins. The Genestealer Cults are uprising, and what we're playing is 2,000 points worth of cleanse and capture. That's in the main rulebook. We're going for simple cleanse and capture because basically I don't know what I'm fighting against when I'm fighting Genestealer Cults. It's going to get very confusing. And I'm also playing with my Space Marine Codex, the new Space Marine Codex, for the third time, so I need to keep it simple for me. And then we roll for deployment and stuff after putting objectives down. I think this is called Spearhead Assault. You can see where the armies will be deploying, and I'm up this end. I get to pick this end, which is good. I managed to pick this end because there's 3 objectives in this deployment zone. There's actually 1 in no man's land there and 2 down the other end, as you can see. So 2,000 points, 6 objectives, 3 cards a turn every turn. But because I picked my deployment zone, the Genestealer Cults will get to deploy their entire army first. Then I can counter deploy. And then the Genestealers can choose whether they want to go first or second. Lots of large line of sight block and train all over this battle grid. Line of sight block and train being very important in games of 40k. The battle mat is from P-Work War Games. This stuff, the generators, gamemat.eu, the crates that you see are from cromlech.eu, and I'm fighting one more time Mr. Mikey C. Say hi, Mikey C.
Hello.
And you're from Scotland.
I am, originally.
But you live down here now.
I do.
You crossed the wall.
I did, I was kicked out.
Well, the White Walkers tore down the wall, so you were able to get to this side, weren't you?
Yes.
The dragon tore it down. Second time in my entire life I'm playing Genestealer Cults. The first time in my entire life I was playing you.
Yes.
And that was before your new codex dropped.
It's now a very different army. Lots of new tricks to play.
How do you like the blip thing? The blip thing is good, bad?
It works really well at board control. It allows you to put a lot of units in reserve.
Okay.
Your opponent can't move in within 9 of them the first turn, so it really limits first turn charges, or it's going to be very handy against the new drop pods.
Yes.
Because there's tricks you can play when you deploy the blips.
Right.
You don't have to put units there. There's stratagems where you can put them back in reserve.
Right,
so you could put blips at the edge of your deployment zone. The drop pods come down 9 away, and then your entire army's at the back.
Yeah.
So it's really good for getting out sort of
it's stratagems, isn't it, to deploy fake blips?
Yes, I don't tend to use that one. I don't find I need it much.
Okay. When I was doing the Codex review and reading through it, I was really impressed by the blip mechanic, and anything that changes up deployment and the way armies play and the way armies deploy I think is a good thing. It's unique, it's different, it's something that they can do that no other armies can do.
Well, plus if I take first turn, I deploy my entire army as blips.
Yeah.
You deploy and I can choose I can counter your counter, essentially. It's really, in certain games, it's very powerful.
Or you don't have to deploy as blips, you can just put them underground in, what's that called when they're underground?
It's called Cult Ambush. Well, it's still Cult Ambush, but it's underground, I think it's called.
Underground. So you don't necessarily have to put, you can put half of the stuff without blips, right? And they just pop up anyway, whenever they want. In my deployment, using the normal deep strike, appearing from reserve type rules. It's just going to be very interesting. Second time playing Genestealer Cults. No idea what I'm fighting. I am scared a little bit. I'm scared. This is my scared face.
Believe Imperial propaganda. We're very nice. We just want to share the love of the true Emperor with you.
It's not the true Emperor. He's a very naughty boy, and he's got far too many arms. You know, your hugs are kind of scratchy.
He's got twice as many arms. He's twice as good as the normal Emperor.
Twice as good at hugging. I don't want hugs. I want to destroy the foul Xenos. What?
In fairness, the Neds only devour you once. The Imperium devours you a little every day.
Yes, but the Imperium is... We're the good guys? Are they good guys in 40k? No. Let's go and have a look at the armies. Right, this is 1999 points worth of Space Marines, and my quest to find out if old school Space Marines can cut it with the new codex continues, and I've got a battalion, and the one with all the fasts, and the one with all the elites, which gives me 10 command points. And my successor chapter tactics today, the 13th, being adaptable, are going to be the same as the last ones. Again, because the last battle I did, because my brain will melt with all the new rules and all the stratagems and all the combos and things like that. So I'm keeping it simple. Playing this one again, which is Bolter Fusillade, so reroll hit rolls of 1 with bolter weaponry, which, to be fair, will come in very handy against the Cult. And Stalwart, which means I ignore unmodified wound rolls of 1 or 2. And I'm finding that one not very effective at all, because if something hits a toughness 4 Space Marine and wounds it on a 1 or 2, it tends to be AP minus a zillion and you die anyway. But that's what I'm bringing along with me. Leading the force today will be Gabriel Locke. First time I've used him in over a year, and I swapped out his bolt gun from an item from the melee weapons list, so a power sword, and I've swapped out his chainsword for a storm shield. And then then I'm giving him a relic. That power sword is going to become the burning blade. Last time we tried the Teeth of Terror, this time we tried the burning blade, and he will be my warlord. And I've given him the Imperium Sword Warlord trait, which means he can re-roll charges and he gets +1 strength and +1 attack on the charge. So what that means is, with Shock Assault, he's up to 6 attacks on the charge at hitting on 2s at strength 8, AP minus 5, 2 damage. I don't think the 2 damage will come into much effect because there's most of the Genestealer Cult stuff has 1 wound. It might. But he's fast, he's nippy, he's zipping around all over the place, and we're going to find out whether a captain on a bike is going to be as good as the Teeth of Terror jumping around all over the place. Then I have a Librarian and Lieutenant Karras. The Librarian has got Null Zone. There's only a few things in Mikey C's army that has got an invulnerable save, but it's too good not to bring. So he's got Null Zone and Might of Heroes. Lieutenant's got a power sword, and over here is Brother Librarian Sagan Mir. Now, you can't give a storm shield to a Librarian in Terminator armor, so he's not equipped with a storm shield. All he's got is a Force Axe, and I've given him Null Zone and Veil of Time. That's the one that you can reroll charges. Null Zone and Veil of Time. And I'm spinning the command point because I like his shield so much, to give him the Armor Indomitus, which means that once per game he gets a 3-up invulnerable save. So let's say he hasn't got a Storm Shield equipped, but once per game he can turn on his armor, represented by the Storm Shield, and get a 3-up invulnerable save. That makes narrative sense to me. Now in this list you'll notice there's lots of Terminators and lots of bikes, because when I sat down to start writing a list I thought, I want to bring Terminators and bikes. Last time I brought tanks and drop pods. This time I thought, Terminators and bikes, let's see if they're any good. So 4 units of 4 bikes, and there's fists and axes, and that guy has got a lightning claw. So all of the sergeants have been equipped with close combat weapons, and they'll be rocking around with Gabriel Locke. And then coming in with Sagan Mir is 3 units of 5 Terminators, and I brought some Assault Terminators, which are ridiculously expensive. Sergeants got Power Claws. Now this is very interesting because Terminator Sergeants have 3 attacks. You give them Power Claws, 4 attacks. On the charge, 5 attacks with Shock Assault, hitting on 3s, and wounding on 4s, re-rolling all wounds. So he's actually got a tremendous amount of output. And then 2 units of 5-man normal Terminators. I rate Terminators with the new codex because they've got the bolted discipline thing, and because of Shock Assault they get extra attacks with their Power Fist, and there's a stratagem called Fury of the First, so their Power Fist hit on 3s instead of 4s, which is epic. And one's got a Cyclone Missile Launcher. This squad back here haven't got any upgrades whatsoever. In the troop slot, 2 units of Scouts. Sergeant's got shotguns, because Scout Sergeants should always have shotguns. 2 units of Tactical Marines. That one's got Flamer. This one got Flamer, Combi Flamer. And in the heavy slot, on the elite slot over here, which is part of the elite now, is Brother Matthias, my venerable dreadnought, with a Twin Las missile launcher. And expecting to go up against some type of vehicles, I brought 2 Devastate squads as well, because I haven't brought them along in a long time. One squad has got 3 missile launchers, one squad has got 3 las cannons, and then Mikey C turned up with only 1 vehicle. So I don't know what they're going to be shooting at for most of the game. But I like the idea that there's Karas at the back with some Devastators laying down some significant firepower. I like the fact that I've got some speed and maneuverability with the bike zipping around. And the Terminators give you those deployment options, don't you? Mind you, the Genestealer Cults are so quick, I might actually deploy the Terminators on the table and let him come racing into my guns, potentially, maybe, I don't know. So, yeah, the list building behind this was, let's bring some bikes and Terminators. And then, oh dear, I need some Dakar and some troops. That was my thinking behind it. Anyway, let's go and have a look at the Genestealer Cults. Right, this is also 1999 points worth of Genestealer Cults. It's a double battalion and lots of extra stuff as well, which I don't know what I'm looking at. What's going on here, Mikey C? Please take us through this, because I have no idea.
Right, so we have 2 battalions in a vanguard.
Okay.
First battalion, which is my ground units, are Rusted Claw Cult Creed.
Okay.
So this gives me +1 save against AP 0 or AP -1.
Nice, I like it.
Which should be... So my Neophytes get a 3-up saving cover.
Okay.
Which is very useful against the new doctrines.
Yes, it will be, yeah.
So I've got 2 units of Neophyte hybrids.
Yep.
1 with shotguns and 2 flamers.
Cool.
1 with 2 mining lasers and 2 grenade launchers.
Yeah.
2 units of Brood Brothers with mortars.
Yeah.
They don't get the Cult Creed benefit.
Oh, okay.
Which is a shame. I've got a truck, Goliath truck with a twin autocannon and a heavy stubber.
Okay.
I've got a unit of a Talon Jackals, so 4 bikers and the Wolf Quad, and they have shotguns and demolition charges, which are basically 6-inch battle cannon shots.
Are they? And they've all got demo charges?
They've all got, but they're 1 use only.
Including the quad?
No, the quad can't take them, so it's just the 4.
His helmet is so cool.
It's cool. He's got a flamer.
Has he?
Which I built before I read the Cult Creeds properly, because if he moves and fire... They ignore the penalty for moving, firing heavy weapons, or advancing and firing assault weapons.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
But that does the flamer as well?
Well, the flamer hits automatically.
Oh, yeah,
so I would have taken a mining laser otherwise, but I've already built them.
Yes.
So, 2 HQ units. I've got a Jackal Alphys.
With a
who
sniper
has
rifle.
a sniper rifle, so he gets to move and ignore the penalties to fire.
Because he's part of that cult.
Because he's part of this cult creed.
Nice.
And he gives me +1 to hit against nearby units.
Yep.
I've got a Magus, who is the Psyker, and he has mind control. Oh no, sorry, wrong one. He has Might from Beyond and Mass Hypnosis.
No idea.
So Might from Beyond gives me +1 strength and attacks.
Okay.
Mass Hypnosis doesn't allow you to fire Overwatch.
Nice.
Very handy.
Now this guy, is he a sniper as well?
And the Sanctus is a sniper as well, and he has one of my relics, which is the Gift from Beyond.
Okay.
Which gives me +2 to wound.
Okay.
So I'm doing mortal wounds on a 4+.
Nasty.
And if he wounds a Psyker, the Psyker suffers a perils.
Really?
Automatically.
So he's winning on a 4-up, and okay. Are those your only 2 sniper weaponry in this army? But they're going to be plinking away at my 4 characters all game.
I hope so.
And I bought Psykers because I thought, suffer the witch not to live. And you brought sniper weaponry. That's going to be very interesting. I like it. So there's that cult. And this is what?
We have another battalion, which is Cult of the Four-Armed Emperor.
He's not got 4 arms, he's got 2.
Proper Emperor's got 4 arms.
He's not proper, he's a naughty boy.
They get +1 to their charge and advance rolls on the turn they arrive from reserve.
Okay.
Or on turn 1.
Okay.
I've also spent a couple of CP here to give me the Deliverance Brood Surge detachment from Vigilus.
Okay.
So this makes him a field commander. Gives him a warlord trait. So I'm not greedy, I've only taken 4 warlord traits in this army.
Brilliant.
So anyone within 6 inches of him gets to reroll a charge.
Right.
In addition to the Cult of the Four-Armed Emperor and this character, the Clamavis gives me +1 charge. So from reserve, I get a 7-inch rerollable charge.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
I like it. I like these combinations in the Genestealer Cult.
Very good.
There's some hidden gems in there.
So my warlord is the Patriarch, who has Mental Onslaught, which is a mortal wounds power. Mind Control. He's got a couple of familiars. Amulet of the Void Worm, which gives me +1 save against range weapons and doesn't allow you to fire Overwatch.
Okay.
Which is handy.
Isn't there a thing like if you bring a Patriarch, he's got to be a warlord?
He does, which is a little annoying because you really want him getting into the face of the enemy, but then he's more prone to die.
Yes, of course,
He also, his warlord trait is Alien Majesty, which gives me +3 inch on his auras.
Okay.
So he has a 9-inch Ignore Morale.
Nice.
bubble.
So 1 minute, you're basically fearless, everything. Does that include these dudes as well? Within 9 inches of him?
I think so. I think it's not cult models. I think it's Genestealer models.
Oh, right, okay. We'll check it. We'll check it in a minute. What are these little dudes down here?
Oh, no, it is cult. It's cult and Brood Brothers, so it won't apply to the neophytes, but he's not going to be near them.
Okay. What do these little dudes do?
They're familiars, so they give me... I can cast an extra power once per game.
Right.
And they stay on after that, so they're basically just an extra 2 wounds.
Really?
Yeah. And a couple of oblique wounds.
And more importantly, they're cute.
They are. So I've also got a Primus in this detachment who gives me +1 to hit as well as other things. I've used the Brood Coven stratagem to give my Patriarch, Primus and Magus Warlord traits.
Okay.
So he has Shadow Stalker, which is -1 to hit.
Nice.
I've got 3 units of Acolyte Hybrids, 3 units of 15, 1 with 4 Rock Cutters and a Cult Icon, 1 with 2 Rock Saws, 2 Rock Drills and a Cult Icon, 1 with 2 Rock Drills and 2 Hand Flamers.
No idea what you just said there, but it sounds cool.
Heavy weapons. They're basically good heavy weapons.
Okay.
The Clamavus, have we said, +1 charge and leadership within 6.
Yeah.
You can't deploy reserves within 12.
Within 12?
Yep.
Okay, I think my Terminators are starting on the field.
And he can also do mortal wounds in the shooting phase on a 6, but just 1.
Okay.
My Vanguard, I have a Magus leading it.
A Maggot.
Maggot. He has Mind Control and Might from Beyond. Because again, I took Mind Control because it allows me to take over one model and shoot with them, thinking you'd have a bunch of vehicles, because last time we faced, you had a ton of Razorbacks and Dreads. So now there's only really one.
Well, I didn't want to bring a similar list.
No, that's fine. You've got Null Zone, which is not as effective against me, and I have Mind Control.
But Invulnerable Saves is just basically him and the Genestealers, right? That's all Null Zone will be working on. And more importantly, he's got a cute little familiar.
He does have a familiar too to cast more smites.
Yes.
So elites, I've got the Nexus, who basically is a CP farm.
Okay.
He gives me back CPs on
the one with this board here.
The one with the board.
Okay.
The GWHQ board.
Yes.
I have another Clamavus.
Right.
Same. I have a Kelemorph. Who is basically a character sniper.
Is he?
He works. He was finished painted last night, so I can come and snipe your characters.
Well done, dude.
I have 8 Aberrants with Power Picks and Rending Claws.
And all the steroids that money can buy.
Yes. And just simply because I had the points left and nothing really to spend on, I have 8 Genestealers.
Just 8 Genestealers. Who
are not great in the army, but it's Genestealer Cults. I thought I'd take some Genestealers.
Nice. Genestealers and Genestealer Cults are not as Genestealer as Genestealers in the Tyranid Genestealer.
No, they don't get the cult creeds.
No.
They don't get a lot of the bonuses the cult get, and they're expensive.
But they're still Genestealers.
But they're still Genestealers, so I'm not going to tell you my plan. If it works, I'll tell you my plan. not going to give away. I think this is going to be a tough game for both of us, so hopefully.
So it's worth mentioning, because how many you got left? 10?
Yes.
So you got 13 left.
So
you burned a couple of command points to bring loads of dudes, and one of them you rolled a d3.
So his Warlord trait I gave him was Inscrutable Cunning.
Yes.
Because there's not really any better one for him. So that's plus d3 CP, and one of those rerolls to hit, to wound, armor save, damage.
And that's when you rolled that 3 for the extra CP.
So I spent 4 CP on the Vigilist detachment, the Field Commander stratagem,
right,
an extra relic,
right,
and the Brood Coven stratagem.
Okay.
And then I got D3 back. So I started with 14, I've spent 4, and I'm down to 13, because cult.
What I'm hearing here is lots of things I don't really understand. And also what I'm hearing here is someone who knows what they're doing. It sounds like you really know what you're doing. Do you know what you're doing?
You have to with Genestealer Cult. They're not a forgiving army. They hit so hard, but most of my army is toughness 3/5 up save.
Okay.
And as we're discussing off camera, the Shock Assault is really good because even normal Marines getting an extra attack will mince a unit. If I don't destroy them, they can easily do a lot of damage to my units in combat, I found.
So very glass cannon army. So it hits hard, but can fall apart very quickly. Mm-hmm. Lots of combos, lots of overlapping stuff in here. Very quick army with Genestealer ambush popping up all over the place. So it can be deceptively fast as well. It looks like I'm going to be fighting smoke. I'm alarmed. I'm scared. Let's go on to deployment. And we're deployed with this 2,000 point game of cleanse and capture, and that took a long time. I'm terribly sorry.
No, that's quite alright.
My brain is aching already, not because of the new codex, not because of the new rules, not because of this. Look, the blips on the ore specs are lighting up, and this is all that Mikey C has deployed.
If it helps, my deployment took no time at all.
Yeah, you went, oh, there you go, done. So basically, the ones with the four-armed Emperor, they're going to be coming up from Deep Strike.
Yes.
They're all underground, all hidden away under bits of tarpaulin or burrowing their way up. Each of these things represents a unit which you've got to deploy at the start of the movement phase in turn 1, which currently you're going first, unless you spend CP and just...
Or it's either, if I take the first turn, it's the start of my movement phase.
Yeah.
If you take the first turn, it's the end of your movement phase.
End of my movement phase. So that's what I was looking at. I've kept Sagan Mir, my Librarian and Terminator arm, in reserve, along with 5 Terminators, because I wanted something in my pocket. And then I put stuff down and then moved it. And then put stuff down and then moved it again. And then put stuff down. Basically, what's happening here is I'm thinking about turn 2. The scouts can deploy outside of my deployment zone, and there's an objective there. And the Terminators with the Thunder Hammers and Storm Shields should be able to take as much firepower. And basically, shoot at them, please. They're right there, right at the front. Shoot at all of them, which means the rest of my army probably doesn't die. And I'm thinking about turn 2. I'm thinking about spreading out the screen, and my fast units are at the back. Why? Because once stuff starts dropping in and appearing all over the place, I need to use them as a counterpunch unit to jump on the stuff. If they were at the front, then we're going to have Genestealer Cults appearing right in front of them and having re-rollable 7-inch charges and psychic powers hitting them and lots of pain. And then my fast units will die, and then I'll be trapped. So I need to spread out the screen and use my counterpunch units as counterpunch. Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay, so you play Genestealer Cults all the time. What do you think of my deployment? Because I have no idea.
See, Good. I thought you were going to use your scouts to deploy out and maybe force my reserves back.
Yeah.
I was hoping on that because that's what the Genestealers were for. Because they can advance and charge.
Right.
My plan was to go munch a scout unit.
Okay.
On turn 1, maybe get first blood, first strike, whatever we're playing. Putting the Terminators up front is a good strategy, I think.
Is it? So I did well there.
I'm not telling you what I'm thinking. If it happens, I'll tell you what I'm thinking. But that's going to be hard with my units on the board. It's going to be hard to chew through that. Keeping your bikes back, they have the mobility, the bolter discipline, they have the firepower, they can counter anywhere, or you can go for the objectives. If I get lucky, you might draw some objectives over here behind enemy lines. I can stop you scoring, but I think conservative's the way to go.
Conservative is the way to go.
You can always push out on turn 1
to
deny me area, but I think at the moment it's a good shout. You've kept your characters hidden out of view of my assassins.
Yeah.
Which is frustrating.
Lieutenant, Librarian here. Gabriel Locke is there. Revving his engine ready to jump forward. So they should be out of line of sight and range. Now, you get to choose whether you want to go first or second. Because if you go first, you're going to be falling in the first thing, turn 2.
I think I have to go first. The units on the board trying to survive 2 turns of your firepower and letting you move out and block me off is too much.
Yeah, and I think I'm going to not seize because I spent so long figuring out what to do back here that if I was successful enough and seized and start moving around, I'll probably let gaps appear all over the place. So I think letting you go first is the right thing. I don't know.
Isn't it lovely to see 2 painted armies across the table from one another?
Yeah, where is the other one?
Yep.
Well, let's see where they appear in Genestealer Cults turn 1. Here are the Genestealer Cults orders in turn 1, and narratively speaking, they're epic. Assassinate killer character, lay low the oppressor, killer character, and defend objective 3, which is in my deployment zone. But game-wise, these are pretty impossible, and defending objective 3, which my hammer terminators are on, it's a sucky draw.
It's horrendous. So I decided I'm not spending the 2 CP to ditch 1, simply because I need them for better stuff later on. See, those 2 are good.
In next turn,
though. This would have been a brilliant draw for turn 2, but for turn 1,
not so much.
No, I think I'll stick with it and see what happens.
And here we are at the start of the movement phase after all the blips disappear. Mikey C spending a command point on they came from below, putting 3 more units underground. And the Sanctus up on the tower has got the perfect ambush rule, which means he can fire on deployment. The only thing he can hit are these Terminators here, and he hits on a what?
A 2.
Okay.
So it's a stratagem. It normally costs 3 CP, but it's free for him.
Is it?
So it allows me to either shoot on deployment or D6, move D6.
Nice.
So he hits on a 2.
Yep. Bang.
Yep. He wounds on a 2 now because it's strength 4 plus 2 to wound.
Nice. Target
4 does a mortal wound, as well as additional damage. He wounds at -1.
-1, so threat safe. And I am fine. Right, and here we are after the Genestealer Cults movement phase. Bikers coming all the way forward. There's the Jackal with his sniper weaponry, and the Genestealers advanced a very short distance. I think that's a 9-inch charging on the Terminators. We have Neophytes inside this rock grinder.
No, Goliath truck.
Goliath truck there. That can now draw line of sight on the Scouts. We have the Sanctus up here. And 2 units of Brood Brothers with mortars back in these objectives here, and that's the guy who's Nexus, who's doing the CP farming going on.
Yep.
So now we're on to the shooting phase because you have no psychics.
My Jackal has an ability,
yes.
So I can pick a unit within 36 and give any units within 6 +1 to hit. So I'm going to select this Terminator unit, so I've got +1 to hit against them.
Okay, from everything?
Everything within 6, so
okay.
Basically they've got not them, but them.
Yes. Oh yeah, it's probably worth mentioning. There's objective 3 which you want to defend. So you've got to hold it until the end of my turn. And my characters are buried away back here, which is good for me.
It's not like you to use tactics. I'm very disappointed.
I spent all my CPs on tactics, and then I recovered them with a command point reroll.
Very strong deployment. Very good.
Where are we starting the shooting phase then?
We will start with a couple of nice stratagems.
Okay.
I'm going to play drive-by demolitions.
Right.
Which gives me +1 to hit and to wound with my grenade weapons.
And you're already +1 to hit because of his thing.
Because I'll be hitting on 2s.
Yes.
I'm also going to play extra explosives,
right.
which allows every member of the squad to throw their demo charge. Because they're going to die anyway.
So is that 2 CP?
That's 2 CP. Do I get them back? So, because I don't have the Primus or the Clamavus on the table yet, these are just a 6.
Okay.
Nope.
No.
5. Oh, so close, so close.
So close.
So I'm down 2 CP. So I do get 4d6 shots.
4d6?
Yes.
Epic.
1 shots only.
Okay.
Into your Terminators.
Okay.
And then I get to move again after I've fired.
Drive-by crumping.
But I don't get to charge.
Okay.
So...
hitting on...
well, this is the... oh, that could have gone better.
On 2s now, right?
6, 10.
Oh, that's the number of shots.
Yeah.
So with all those buffs, hitting on 2s.
Yep.
2s. Epic. That's pretty good. That's like 9 hits.
Yep.
Strength?
So they're strength 8.
Okay.
But I'm +1 to wound anyway.
Okay.
So I'm wounding on 2s.
Okay.
Again.
Wounding on 2s.
It's just a shame you've got all those storm shields because my -3 AP.
Yeah. Yeah. That isn't a shame at all. Okay, so with my new thingy bob, those 1s and 2s don't wound me.
Oh, the 2s don't either.
So you only get 4 wounds through.
Yeah, that was terrible.
And then I have 3 up and vulnerable saves.
Yep.
Because you're minus a lot. How much damage does this do?
D3.
Oh dear. Do I want a CP? You're going to charge me anyway.
I can't. Well, I'm going to try with them, but they can't charge after I've moved them.
But they're going to move again.
They can move again, yes.
Yeah, let's do it. What the hell? It's a 2/3 chance, right? And I make it we do not bend. Oh, do you get the CP back on a 6?
Oh yes, I do get to roll.
Do you get my CP?
Nope.
No. D3 damage. And 1 Terminator goes boom. Right, let's be hyper annoying and take that one away, making it a 10-inch charge. And then the heavy flamer will lash out as well. And hit 6 times. And you're going to be wounding on 3s because it's a heavy flamer.
Yep.
I
forgot about your don't wound on 1 or 2s. That's frustrating.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh wow.
Your dice rolling so far has been appalling. And the Terminators are fine. Then that stratagem allows Mikey C to move again. So the Genestealer Cult, she decided to press forward. You could have gone back and hidden. But by pressing forward, it stops me coming forward and pushing the screen even further back. So being aggressive with those bikers there, I like it. Right, now we're on to the truck.
Neophyte hybrids.
And the truck, firing lots of shotguns at the scout, looking for first blood.
Yep.
Hitting on
fours.
Okay. 8 hits, strength 3 though, so you're winning on 5s.
Yep, not the good shotguns, just the
you don't get starty shotguns, you get shotguns, but still a shotgun should be really winning on. Is that a wound?
A wound.
Okay, I'm in cover.
Yep.
3 up. You don't kill anyone. So the twin autocannon now is going in hitting on 5s because it's heavy and you moved. That's okay, that's 3 hits. These are winning on 3s, right?
Yep.
And is it AP -1 like a normal autocannon?
All cans are AP -2, I believe.
Are they?
Let's double check that. 2.
Then -1, I'm in cover, so +1. Basically 4s. I need 4s. I make the saves. Is there any more guns on this thing?
Oh, sorry, I forgot about the 2 flamers in the squad.
Is there? What's the range of the flamers?
Oh yeah, the range of the flamers is only 8, so they're out of range. Never mind.
What's this gun do?
Heavy stubber.
Heavy stubber.
5s. 1.
1 hit. Strength 4.
1 wound.
3 up save because of cover. You haven't killed any scouts, mate. You haven't killed any scouts. They have ducked and covered. All right, very precious little left in this Genestealer Cult army. I've seen better first turns, Mikey C.
Not from me. No, that's about average.
So you're going to put both of the mortars from both of the squads at the same time into the scouts, looking for first blood, right?
Yeah,
so,
I really thought the shotguns would... Well, I forgot the flamers were 8-inch, but I really thought the shotguns would do some damage.
I was expecting to get tickled. You haven't tickled me yet. Let's see if these mortars can come a tickling. Fire from the sky. Number of shots is 8.
Hitting on 4s. 3.
Is that 3? Just 3. Strength 4.
Yep. 1.
1 wound.
No
I'm
AP.
beginning to feel sorry for you.
Don't.
I don't make the save.
Oh, yes!
You kill a scout.
That counts as first blood, yeah?
Right, there's only 2 weapons left to fire now, the sniper weaponry. So the Sanctus hasn't got very good targets. So you're going to start where you finish, firing in at the Terminators. He hits on 2s still. Nice. Wounding on a...
2.
Okay.
He does 1. He doesn't do any mortal wounds yet, annoyingly, but...
2 up save?
No, -1.
-1. So 3 up save. I make the save.
Good.
And then you got this dude down here.
Let's...
The Jackal.
He's AP -2.
Is it?
So he's probably wasted firing at Terminators.
But it does do D3 damage. And
let's go for the other Terminators, though, because at least then you're getting a 4 up and not a 3 up with your shields.
Okay.
So he hits on a 2. He moved, but because of my creed, he doesn't get the minuses to hit.
So 2s to hit, and it is strength 4 though.
It's strength 4, so 4s, no bonuses to this. 1 fails.
And is that the end of your shooting phase?
I believe so. That was highly ineffective.
The
cult first turn isn't great because most of my strength is off the board.
Yes.
And my shooting isn't great.
I mean, 3/4 of your army right now is off the table, and I still don't know where they are.
I was kind of hoping you'd push your other Terminators forward so I could grenade them, but your Storm Shields helped a lot there.
I think by mistake I managed to deploy quite well.
You did.
We've got a 10-inch charge with these Genestealers. There is no Overwatch from the Hammonators, so say hi Paul really hates it when you say Hammonators, so I'm trying to say it all the time.
Come on, Dice Gods, you owe me for this.
You do need this.
Oh, actually, what's the range? Oh no, Scouts are out of range. That's
okay,
fine.
right.
We might try and put a charge in at them as well with the truck, just to stop them
let's start off with the Genestealers.
Genestealers.
7.
I mean, they're going to die anyway. Let us... Yeah, why not?
Okay,
CP. If ever's going to help.
Let's see if you make this charge.
1 in 3, 1 in 3. No! Do I get the CP back? No, I don't even get that.
After the Genestealers failed the charge, we did the charge with this truck, which failed to get in as well. It was a 10-inch charge. No damage caused on Overwatch. That is the end of Genestealer Cult's turn 1. Mikey C is down to 9 command points. Hasn't farmed any back yet. And no points scored that turn.
Nope.
So it's 0-0 as we go on to what?
I've started defending 3. I'm sure you won't target them at all.
No, I'm just going to completely ignore those. No, I'm going to... Oh, they're so dead. Oh, they're dead. Let's go on to Space Marines turn 1. here are the orders for the 13th, and they suck as well. Advance outside of my deployment zone isn't going to happen. Kingslayer, take out the Patriarch who isn't on the table yet. That isn't going to happen. Secure Objective 4, that's in your deployment zone, so that isn't going to happen. So I am going to burn 2 CP and get another card because I need to get in the lead. And defend Objective 1. Here we are after my movement phase. The name of the game is Screening. It's 0 points to 0. And there's 1, there's 4. I'm not going to get any of them. And I'm certainly not going to get Kingslayer because I don't know where he is. The sneaky bugger is digging his way up from underground. So Screening. We pushed this tactical squad round here to push the screen back. We actually advanced the Terminators because I don't want them charging all the way out there. I think I'm going to put enough firepower into them and them to kill them. And here's the biggest gap. So something could potentially drop in here. And then they're charging Terminators or Tactical Marines because that's why I put my Terminators around there. And as discussed, keeping the bikes back, trying to keep all these bolters hidden away, ready to punch next turn. And yeah, pushing the screen out. Oh, these are the teleport homers, these things back here. I've remembered them this game. In case the Terminators need to teleport back in, they can appear next to a teleport homer. And then the scouts pushing around here and here. So I'm creating a bubble of screen because I don't know what I'm fighting yet. I'm not pushing all the way forward suicidally because I suspect that whatever extends out there will get jumped on by 3/4 of the Genestealer Cult army, which is still in reserve. So I need to keep it in my pocket, need to get ready for this ambush, this cult ambush, and then hit back and then try and score some of these objectives later on. That's the plan. I would have liked to have moved my librarian round to start smiting the biker squad as well, but there are sniper weaponry out there on the top of that tower, and that would be a dead librarian. So instead, what I'm going to do with the librarian is cast Might of Heroes on something that I can see, and I don't think I can see anything 1 minute. Let's put it on Brother Matthias. It will make him toughness 8. And that passes on a 6. Well, it used to on a 6. I need to check the book now. Yes, it's still a 6. That's the end of my psychic phase. Right, these bikes need to go. Now, they're -1 to hit. Go on, what are you thinking? Yeah. What? You got CP or something?
Yes, so I'm going to spend 2 CP, might be a mistake. 2 CP on the stratagem, on the Genestealers. Luck in the shadows.
Right.
Means you cannot shoot them unless they're the closest unit in line of sight.
Right. So I need to kill the bikes.
If I'm thinking with -1 to hit, you've got a lot of heavy weapons.
Yes.
If I get lucky, which how this game's been going so far, you won't be able to kill them with all the heavy weapons. You might have to put some bolters into them to do it.
Yes.
Which might leave them safe, or you might just wipe out both units and I've wasted 2 CP.
Maybe. And I can't charge with the Terminators anyway because I advanced to push out that screen.
That's what I'm thinking. So did I get the CP back?
You get one back.
Hurrah. Yeah. That's worth it. 1 CP is worth it.
Okay, so let's fire missile launcher las cannon from my Venerable Dreadnought into these bikes here, typically hitting onto... I could spend a CP now on Wisdom of the Ancients, but I don't think I need to. I don't think... There's going to be so much firepower coming into them anyway. So let's just shoot them. Typically hitting on 2s, -1 to hit is hitting on 3s, and I hit once. With a las cannon, I take it their toughness less.
4.
Yeah, okay, so wounding on a 2... I wound, it's 18 minus a lot.
4, so I won't get a save.
D6 damage, bang,
Kills
1 goes pop. Let's fire the missile launcher, which hits, and will wound on a 2, which wounds. That's AP minus 3 now.
So
with a
don't
devastated doctrine in effect.
Yep.
Yeah. D6 damage, that's another bike bites the dust. Devastators, 3 missile launchers, hitting on 4s, and wounding on a 2. And that's AP minus 3 because of the Devastator Doctrine.
Save again.
D6 damage. These guys have got 2 wounds each.
Yeah.
1's dead. And then there's 3 Devastators with las cannons firing in at them, hitting at 4s. And wounding on 2s. I wound. D6 on one of them is 2. And D6 is 6.
Okay, that was a complete waste of a stratagem then. Awesome. I really thought my -1 would do better.
It may have... Yeah. See, the thing is, my heavy weaponry can't see your truck over there, so it's just firing at bikes.
It's the extra AP hurts as well. You deny my save.
What's your save normally? A 4 up?
5, but +1 against AP 0, so R1. So... Okay, that was a mistake, but it's done now. Only cost 1 CP.
We lined up these bikes, so I am in 24-inch range of your Genestealers, so this is many shots. 4 bikes, 4 shots each, 18 shots coming in on the Genestealers. 16, thank you. This many that I picked up and counted. 3s to hit. I reroll 1s because of bolter fusillade. Anything with a bolt weapon rule. And it worked. That was 14 hits. What did you say just then?
I says I'd blame your dice, but we're both using the same ones, so that's...
all out of the dice pot. So this is strength 4 versus toughness 4, force to wound. And that's not good.
That's better.
Only 5 wounds, 5 up and vulnerable saves. And see, that's okay. That's 2 die. Good. Right, we're going to fire with these dudes. 2 dead so far. Spending a CP on Fury of the First, which means Terminators add 1 to their hit rolls. There's 20 Stormbolters coming out and hitting these Genestealers, which hit on 2s. And because of my bolter fusillade, I'm re-rolling 1s. How dirty is that? And everything hits. We're wounding on 4s. 9, 5 up saves. How many dead?
Only 4, actually. My saves have been okay. 2 left.
2 left. Cyclone missile launcher. Let's do crack. 2d3 shots each. Okay, only 2. It's heavy, but it's +1 to hit. So 3s. Nope. So the
couldn't do that against the bikes, could you?
Yeah. So it's going to be this bike squad here. Yeah. Right. Then we went on to the rest of the shooting phase. Stuff over here could not draw line of sight or range on those Genestealers. Stuff on the left couldn't shoot at the Genestealers because that truck was the closest thing. So I fired the bolt weaponry that could reach out and touch the truck. It's on 9 wounds left. And that was it. That was the end of my shooting phase. Because I'm staying back, because I'm trying to effectively screen, and because you spent the CP on those Genestealers, 2 are left alive. However, morale is a thing. Their leadership 9, you lost 6. On a 1, 2, 3, you're going to be okay. But on that, you lose the last 2 Genestealers. I get a point for first blood. I don't score any of my objectives. It's worth noting that you ditched that defend objective there.
I did.
I'm going to ditch one of those objectives that's all the way up there. I'm going to keep on Kingslayer because the Patriarch will appear at some point. But it's 1 point to the 13th, 0 points to the Genestealer Cults. Now we're going to go into Genestealer Cults turn 2 and see if they spring a perfect ambush. Okay, here are the Cult's orders. They still want to assassinate and lay low the oppressor, basically kill characters. And now secure objective 5, which a character has stood on, my librarian, deep in my deployment zone. And it's time for tea and cake, and look what Mikey C bought me. What a legend. Cake! Here we are after the Cult's movement phase. Still not a lot on the table. Mikey C keeping a few things in his pocket for next turn. There's objective 5, which he wants to control. And here's a couple of characters. So the Kellamorph, spending a couple of CPs on a perfect ambush, has appeared there and can shoot. My librarian in the back. What are you thinking?
No, it's I think it's called... it's not called Perfect Ambush.
It's called something else.
It's called something else.
Anyway, he's got many shots which do 2 damage. There's a Libby right there. He could potentially kill him. And that's potentially run onto objective 5 and secure it as well. Mind you, I'll probably outnumber him.
Lying in wait.
Lying in wait. Okay.
So...
And then the rest of the stuff all appeared here.
I wanted to bring in all my reserves, but you've done such a good job screening me.
Thank you very much.
Had I brought everything in, I would have to go after the Terminators.
Right.
And then the amount of bolter fire you've got left would just level me.
Yeah.
So my plan is, Patriarchs come in here with the Primus, Acolyte Icon Ward, one of the Magus, and the Clamavis. Okay. So 2 units here. 1 can go shred them. 1 can go shred them.
Right.
If I get lucky, maybe tie them up in combat.
Okay.
Because of my Fearless Bubble, you'll do some damage in combat, but you don't get your +1 attack.
Okay.
If I don't charge you. Okay. If I just consolidate into you.
Yes.
So I've got some good odds of getting the charges off. The big one though is this beastie. I want him to...
because there's 7-inch rerollable charges in there somewhere because of
he doesn't.
characters.
He's got an 8-inch charge, which doesn't get a reroll.
But he is your warlord.
He is my warlord.
So the Jackal's staying there because he's got a sniper weapon he can fire. This guy, I forget his name. Sanctus, he's up there. You've got your Blue Brood brothers back here with their mortars. And there was a squad of neophytes inside the transport which jumped out, and I'm going to jump on my scouts before the transport moved round this side. So putting some pressure on this flank as well. but mainly keeping the Aberrants, another unit of these guys in reserve, and some other things in reserve.
Yep.
So KG first turn. It is only 1.0, so this battlefield is yet to heat up. But let's go on into the psychic phase. Starting off the psychic phase, the Patriarch is doing mental onslaught on Brother Matthias, my Dreadnought, needing a what to cast?
Needing a 6 to cast.
Okay, 6 to cast, good luck. And that's a 7. I will try and deny you. I have a Librarian here because this could be painful.
Do you need line of sight to deny?
No, it's just anyone within 24.
That's
but
fine.
I need an 8 though. No, I don't deny you. I'm not going to CP that because this is pretty epic. We keep rolling off leadership, don't we?
Yep.
Until, and for every failed leadership I take a mortal wound. I'm leadership 8.
I'm leadership 11 thanks to having the Climax within 6.
Really? So 1 minute. I am now 11. You beat me. That's a mortal wound, which I ignore on a 6. Okay, let's do it again. I am leadership, which you beat me, which I ignore on a 6.
That's 1.
Takes a wound. I'm leadership 8 plus what? That's another one.
Do you ignore it? Nope.
No. 6 wounds left. I'm leadership. Right. Okay, I'm finally up to leadership 13. 13. You need to beat 13. No, you don't beat 13 on your first dice roll. Unless you want a command point that. You've got 6 command points left. You've only taken 2 wounds off the Dreadnought. Because essentially we keep rolling off.
Till you get a 6.
Until I either beat you, yeah.
Oh, let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's CP that. So my roll is...
All right, Mikey C, at least you got your command point back there. You got it back.
I did.
Okay, right, now we're doing mind control. I can't block anymore.
We're going to do mind control into your... So...
Right.
I'm using one of my familiars to cast another power.
Okay.
I can either do mind control or smite. Smite, if I kill anyone, it's going to make my charge harder.
Yes.
But mind control, what I can do is select this guy and attack his unit, which means you can't remove him as a casualty if I kill someone.
All right, and he'll turn around and hammer someone.
He can. You can use it for a shooting attack or combat.
Okay.
I basically have no one else in range.
This will fail. You will not be able to take control of my mind.
No, I won't.
No. See? Told you.
7.
Now going for Might from Beyond on the unit of Acolytes here. And that's a perils. You've already used the CP in the psychic phase, so your thingy bob takes D3 mortal wounds for 3. How many does he start off with?
He's only got 4, I think.
So he's got 1 left. But if Might from Beyond passes, what does Might from Beyond do? Are they tougher?
+1 strength and +1 attack.
Okay, and he gets a headache for it. Right, considering that you could have killed my Dreadnought and got one of my hammers to beat me to death, that wasn't a great psychic phase.
Oh no, we haven't actually. Oh no, it was. It was Might from Beyond did go off, so that's fine.
So we're moving on to the shooting phase. This unit of Acolytes that got out of the truck are shotgunning my scouts. Now it's strength 3 shotguns, but because you're in half range, it's +1 strength. So we have mini shots coming into my scouts, hitting on 4s.
Hitting on 4s.
Okay. 7 hits out of 16. I shouldn't laugh. Winning on 4s.
I'm laughing. Go ahead. That's better.
Well, one of us is having fun right now. 3 up saves. I lose 2. You killed 2 of them. That's okay, because the truck could potentially finish them off.
2 flamers in the unit.
Is there?
I've still got 2 flamers to fire this turn. Oh, we like that 12. We don't like it on perils, but we like it there.
After the scouts die, the truck is shooting at the bikers with the autocannon. Hitting on 5s though, because you moved. Or was it these bikers?
No, it was these bikers.
These bikers. Okay, 5s to hit.
And I totally forgot I've got a cache of demo charges in there, which I've now disembarked I can't use.
You can get back in next turn.
Next turn if I survive.
Okay.
I always forget about that.
And 1 hit. Wounds on a 3. And it's AP -1, 2 damage. So if I fail the save, a biker dies. A biker lives. Then the stubber from the truck fired into the scouts and mortars came down from the sky from the backfield, and basically they ducked and covered again. Only 1 scout has died. We had a conversation. We're deciding not to fire pistols into Terminators because that would just make the charge longer, so they're not firing, but the Jackal is pointing his sniper rifle down at this unit of bikes here. He stays still, so he's sitting on 2.
Hit on 2s anyway.
Is he?
Yeah, because if I move, I'd ignore it.
And it hits, but you are strength 4, so you need a 5, and it doesn't wound. This one, same target?
Same target, hitting on 2s.
Bang.
Yep. Wounding. That's a mortal wound, but not an... No, it is a wound as well, because +2.
Okay.
So 1 mortal wound and a -1 save.
So a 4 up. which I fail, plus the mortal wound. You do kill a bike. Now, in the previous editions, you could have picked the guy with a fist, but sniper weaponry doesn't do that anymore.
Do you want to take him off anyway?
No. I don't think he's got a fist anyway. He's got an axe or something. Oh, he's the guy with the claws. Right, that's the end of the shooting phase and the psychic phase. So the Dreadnought hurt. 1 unit of scouts wiped out, 1 injured, and 1 biker picked off here. The rest of the stuff is pistol fire and things like that. So not a very effective shooting phase.
I'm feeling good about it. I killed 1 thing, so...
Yeah, you killed a unit now. But the Genestealer Cults really sing in the combat phase. So we're going on to the charge phase. I can't fire Overwatch at the Patriarch.
Thanks to his relic.
Yep. 9-inch charge against that tactical. Are you declaring the Terminators?
I'm declaring both.
Both, okay. Right, 9-inch charge. Good luck, sir.
So I get +1 thanks to the climax.
Yes, you're due some luck.
But I don't get my cult creed.
No. Come on, boy.
No. What I was going to do was put them in.
Right.
I think if I make my charge, I'd rather save the CP for these guys.
Okay.
In case I roll well on one die but not on the other.
So the hybrids are going to charge in.
The acolytes are going to go into them.
Okay. And this is the 7-inch re-rollable.
It is. I don't think you can fire Overwatch because you can't see me.
No, can't see you.
So
good luck.
12 will do it.
They're in. See, if the Patriarch came busting through anyway, he could have been exposed. And here's your Warlord. This way, he is going to stay back in amongst the scrum.
These guys are going to go into the...
Terminators?
I should mention, the Primus has an ability of reroll 1s to wound against a unit when he comes in. I'm selecting the Terminators.
Okay, I like it. So let's see if you make that 7-inch charge. And you make that 7-inch charge. Right, then we did the charges, these guys ending up there, those guys ending up there, the character choosing to stay back for now, and in the excitement, we forgot the Kellamorth, the gunslinger, firing at my librarian. So we're going back to the shoot phase. You're going to do this now.
Thank you very much. In all the excitement, I forgot about the only points I can score this turn.
Yeah. Kill a character.
Hitting on 6 shots, hitting on 2s.
Okay. That's okay. Everything hits.
And for every hit, I get another shot.
Really?
Yes.
What? So 6 more shots.
And I get to reroll 1s now because I've hit.
Okay. So it's like an Uzi then.
I believe that's anyway.
No. So we get 12 hits out of 6.
Yep.
That's a beautiful thing. What is the strength of these pistols?
Strength 4 only, so force to wound. Okay. I need to get 2 of these through your armour to kill them.
Because it's damage 2.
It's damage 2.
Okay. Whoa. Okay, that looks good. And it's AP minus...
1, so you will get your 3 up save. So if you could fail 2 of these, please, that would be wonderful.
I'll certainly try. For the Emperor. The librarian is alive. Got 2 wounds left.
Oh, you're killing me here.
And so after the Kellamorth failed to kill my librarian, we went on to the fight phase. And the Zaborans? No.
Acolytes.
Acolytes piled in. They got +1 attack because of Might from Beyond. So we have many attacks with Rending Claws.
We have 27 Rending Claw attacks.
Nice.
So thanks to the Brood Surge, I would get... There's a stratagem I can pay for 1 CP, which is +1 to wound, which I would do, but I don't wound you on 2s anyway, because of your chapter tactics.
Yes.
So I'm not paying that.
So typically you would pay that.
I probably would to wound you on 2s. Plus, because it's +1 to wound, it activates my Rending Claws on a 5 or 6. Which again, because you have Storm Shields, is pretty pointless. Okay. But against Marines or other Terminators, I probably would have done that.
Choose straight through them, right?
Yep.
Okay, so 3s to hit, right?
2s to hit, because of the Primus.
Oh, yes.
Rerolling 1s thanks to my icon.
Oh, lovely. That's many hits. You just hit with everything but 1.
2.
Yeah, and that's the reroll stuff happening in there. Cool.
Yep, so the icon, which actually should be 1 each. The icon gives me +1 to hit. No, sorry. The icon gives me rerolls of 1s, and he gives me +1. Okay.
Now this would be strength 4, but strength 5 with Might from Beyond, so winning on 3s.
I'm rerolling 1s thanks to the Primus.
Nice. And AP -1 and 6s are AP -4.
Which will only matter for your sergeant because everyone else.
That's tasty.
See, that's why we don't shoot when we're cult.
Right, so this many wounds. Let's do the AP minus many on the Storm Shield. So these are 3 up and vulnerable saves. And I'd make them all. And then these are all AP -1, so these are all 3 up saves anyway. Because Terminator arm, here's a 2 up save. Thank you. 3s. Thanks. Drop dice don't count. Right, 3s. Ooh. That's 1 dead, 2 dead, 3 dead. They're dead.
Wow, okay.
He wiped the squad. Nice. After the assault Terminators died, the Acolytes piled in to this squad of Terminators. Now, Shock Assault is if you're charged or charge. I wasn't charged, I just consolidated into, so I won't get the extra attacks. And it does tie them up. I will get to hit back, but I'm not going to be shooting if I fall back out of combat. But before we go on to that, we go on to the other charging unit, these Acolytes charging this tactical squad, which is strung all the way back here. And the Acolytes completely wipe out that tactical squad with ease. There's heavy rock cutters in there as well, these guys here. Then they consolidate 3 inches, and they're troops. And all of a sudden, you're within 3 inches of the centre of the objective that you want to score. And because you're troops, you automatically score it, so you get a point, yay! After all of that, well...
So frustrating.
Yeah, that could have been 3 points right there, but at least you get a point. You're on that objective.
I do.
Right, now we're on to my attacking phase. I'm spending a command point on Fury of the First, which means I've got +1 to hit with my Terminators, and I will pile in and hit these guys. I piled in, hit them with Power Fists on 3s, and that is 6 hits? 5 hits.
5 hits.
And I am winning on 2s.
You are.
And that's 3 wounds, AP -3, D3 damage each.
Could have gone better.
They have a 6 up, feel no pain. So the first one does 1 damage.
No.
And 1 damage.
No.
And 3 damages.
No.
So I do kill 3. And then the sergeant's got a sword, which instead of hitting on 3s, will now hit on 2s.
Oh.
And he hits twice. I am strength 4, your toughness
3.
So I'm wounding on 3s. I wound once, AP minus many, so it's just your 6 up, feel no pain. And you should make, but I do kill 3. And that's the end of the fight phase. I only managed to kill 3, and they're fearless because they're within range of the Patriarch. And that is the end of turn 2 for the Genestealer Cults. It's 1 point each. You've jumped onto this objective here, and suddenly you have heavy ward presence on this side of the battle grid. Now I could choose to fall back with the Terminators in my turn, but then I'm not charging or shooting you. Do I just continue to lock you up? I'm not sure. You've still got a number of things in reserve. And the Kellamorph, I'm just mentioning it one more time in case you forgot that the Kellamorph killed the Librarian. But
Didn't kill the Librarian.
Didn't kill the Librarian.
Well, no, he did well. You just your saves.
My saves were pretty good.
Oh,
really not bent.
Horrendously good.
Let's go on to the 13th. It's turn 2. 1 minute. We forgot a charge. The truck came charging into the scouts here, and then your
neophytes.
Then they came charging into the scout squad as well. So many attacks. Hitting on 5.
Guys, you've had generations to plan this attack. If you could try and keep it together and not forget everything.
Okay. 4s, 5s?
4's that. That was worth it.
They didn't have much training, did they? 5s to wound because they're like guardsmen. 4 up saves.
Yep.
I'm fine.
And then the truck.
Yes.
1. The wounds.
Does wound. And I don't make that save. It does run over a Space Marine. Now I'm going to hit your dudes back.
Yep.
Shock Assault is a thing. So those 3 dudes have 6 attacks, and the sergeant's got an extra 1. And I hit you on 3s. And I'm going to wound you on 3s because you're toughness 3.
Yep.
And I'm strength Space Marine. So I wound 4 times. What's your save?
I get a 4 up save now because you're AP 0.
Yes, okay.
2 die.
I kill 2, you kill 1. I think that's a fair exchange. Okay, now we're on to my turn. I've still got to kill that Patriarch, secure objective 4, and make a successful charge. Here we are after my movement phase. All of a sudden, the 13th, we're in a target-rich environment. The first thing I tried to do was advance my Librarian a long way to get within 6 inches of the Patriarch, to put null zone, and then ignore his invulnerable save. These guys make the charge, he dies. And I didn't get far enough, so I CP'd it, and I didn't get far enough. So instead, he's staying back there, making sure he's closest to the Kellamorph for a smite instead. Let's take him out, and then the Lieutenant can jump on him, and then Gabriel Locke can jump on him as well. Kill him. Don't want him killing characters in the back castle. So that's happening there. And potentially get Genestealer instead. It means that this biker squad needs to jump on him with a power fist. I need to get really lucky. If I don't get really lucky, hopefully I can hurt him a bit, and then next turn maybe get lucky, maybe. So anyway, that's Genestealer. I also need objective 4. So Sagan Mir, my Librarian, came in here with some Terminators, And that's a 9-inch charge from either of them. I've strung them out like this because these 4 can see that chap there. And I can storm bolt it into this big squad that have been dropping mortars on me all game. So shoot at them. What?
Tactical doctrine you wanted to mention.
Oh yes. I should have mentioned at the start of the battle round, which was last battle round, I switched to tactical doctrine. There's no point sticking with the heavy one because you don't have very many vehicles.
Or good saves.
Yeah. So anything that has got the rapid fire rule or assault rule, like flamers, for example, are AP -1 now, which is nice. For me. And I need to make a charge. So charge is the other thing. So charging in here, you can see all the Terminators fell back. The idea is put bolt fire into here, bolt fire into there, bolt fire into there, kill them. This squad over here, move forward to kill that. Now I am aware that I am leaving gaps all over the place for the remaining Genestealer Cults to pop in. But let's put it this way, if I don't clear these units away, as many as I can this turn, then when the second wave comes in, I'm dead. So I need to clear these away. And then the second wave can pop in and hurt me, and then hopefully I'll have some assets left that I can push back against one more time. That's the plan anyway. Right, so starting off with, I'm going to spend a command point this time on Wisdom of the Ancients on my Dreadnought, which means everything here gets a re-roll hit rolls of 1.
Psychic phase.
Psychic phase, yes, psychic phase is the thing. Let's start over here. Veil of Time on the Terminators. That doesn't pass, which is very important because that would have given them a re-roll charge. So instead, let's just smite in anger, try and hit that Jackal. That passes. Would you like to try and block it? You need an 8.
You can't kill him with a smite,
no,
so you can't make your charge. Yeah, I'll attempt to do so.
Okay.
Nope.
You don't block the smite, it does 1 wound. So I've tickled him. Now I've got two charges to try and take him out. And more importantly, the reason why I want to charge and try and kill him is because then I'll get objective 4. The next thing I'm going to do is this Librarian. I want to put Mighty Heroes on that model there. Because with Shock Assault, my Sergeant will have 4 Power Fist attacks on the charge when I punch your Patriarch. This is kind of important to me. And that's a 9. You need a 10 to deny. You've got multiple units here that can deny. You might as well try. Because he can deny, he can deny.
No, I've only got 1 deny left.
Is there?
Only the Patriarch can deny.
Okay, you need a 10 to block that.
And your other power's a smite?
I'm going to be smiting.
I mean, he's dead anyway. I may as well try and block that.
Okay. 10 to deny.
Nope.
Nada. So he's got +1 attack and +1 strength.
That's fine.
And then smite on the Kelemorph. That passes. D3 mortal wounds. For 1 mortal wound on this chap up here with his guns. Right, now the shooting phase. Wisdom of the Ancients puts me on 2 command points left. Everything within 6 inches of Matthias will reroll hit rolls of 1. But I'm going to start with Matthias anyway. I'm going to put his 2 las cannons into the truck, which will be getting cover. I might as well do the missile launcher as well, actually. So I'm hitting on 2s, and I'm wounding on 3s, and I don't wound.
Wow. Keep rolling like that, please.
Missile launcher. Reroll 1s because of wisdom. That hits.
That does hit.
It wounds on a 3, and it doesn't wound. Okay, so all the shots from the Dreadnought just smash into the ruins either side of that truck. So let's put 3 las cannons into him. And the bolt guns will fire down into this squad here.
If you could keep rolling like this, I might have something left alive.
I hope not. 3s to hit with las cannons, and 3s to wound with las cannons. So that's 2 wounds.
No save.
AP minus, well, it's AP minus 3.
I've only got 4 up save.
But you got +1 to your cover. So you do get 6s. Because you are wholly within and you are 50% obscured. So 6s.
Oh, nice.
Make one of them.
Thank you.
D6 damage. For 6 damage.
I get a 6 up, feel no pain, rugged construction.
Okay, got 9 wounds left.
He takes 5, so he's got 4 remaining.
Okay, and then bolt gun death down into this squad of acolytes, hitting on 3s. And wounding on, they are toughness 3, right?
They are.
Wounding on 3s. I wound, and they're all AP minus 1.
So 6 up.
Because of the tactical doctrine thingy-majig.
Save 1. And I'm not in range of the feel no pain, so that's 3 die.
Do they have 1 wound each?
Yeah, they're only 1 wound each.
Okay, let's do the same again with the missile launcher squad on the top here. 3 missiles into truck. rapid fire bolt guns into the dudes. Let's do the rapid fire bolt guns because I've got that number of dice in my hands. Reroll 1s because of the dread. 3 hits and 3s to wound. I'm out of range. These guys are out of range to Lieutenant now. So 2 6s. I killed 2 more. Nice. Now there's 5 wounds left on that truck, huh?
4.
4 wounds. These missile launchers need to kill it. It will be the end of some mobility, and that doesn't do it. 3s, and it's -1 now
so
because of cover.
5 up?
Yep. You make the save.
Just as well.
From the Shooty Castle down to Gabriel Lock, unloading on the Kelimov. He hits on 2s. He rerolls 1s because he's in range of himself. And he wounds on 3s at AP -1. Only 2 wounds.
So 5 up, 6 up, I believe. Nope.
He's down to 1 left, right? Let's unpin the grenade, which hits.
Oh, no, he's got a 5 up in one, but I didn't roll any 5s.
Okay. And reroll 1s to wound because of the Lieutenant. That grenade hits him. 5 up invulnerable save?
Yep. Nope.
And it does 8 damage. He's dead anyway. And a grenade explodes and he dies screaming like, "Oh no, I shouldn't have appeared in there." That's exactly the noise he makes.
Good.
What?
He deserved to die after that abysmal performance. The proper Emperor is not happy.
He's definitely not very. The proper Emperor is not happy with any of these Genestealer cults. So I can assure you of that, sir.
Do you know what I just realised though?
What?
13th.
Yes.
1 plus 3 is 4.
Yes.
4 is the proper number of arms on the Emperor.
You
follow him whether you know it or not.
There's far too many hugs when you've got 4 arms. Right. Shoot these guys. Maybe? 1 minute. Right, let's come round here to the bikes. Now I could fire a unit of 3 at these aberrants, whatever they're called. The guys with all the arms. A unit of 3, re-rolling 1. So a unit of 4, not re-rolling anything. Or this unit strung out all the way along here, re-rolling 1. So let's do the strung out unit. Because I'm conscious that there's 2 guys sat back there. So I want to wipe out the squad without... Because what's going to happen is you're going to take them away, leave them, and then I'm not going to be able to shoot them, and they're going to be immune to morale.
How did you know that?
That's probably going to happen. So I need to put enough firepower into them to kill them all. Actually, I will... Yeah. Because that's 12 shots. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s, wounding on 3, 6 up saves, and I want 1 left. So then I can fire the next squad in and wipe them out. I don't know which is the best way to do this. Let's do the unit of 3. Let's do the unit of 3, hoping that I don't kill them all. I'm hitting on 3s. I'm re-rolling 1s. It suddenly occurred to me that I'm re-rolling 1s for all my bolt weaponry. That many hits. It's strength 4 versus toughness 3. So, okay, this might work. I did 4 wounds at -1, so 4 6 up saves.
Nope.
4 die. Right, okay, that's perfect because now there's 5 left.
No, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8.
There's 8 left.
8 left.
Oh dear. Some over there as well.
But if I take these guys off, I have to take all my good weapons off.
Okay.
So...
Okay. Right, let's fire this squad in because you can wound stuff that's out of line of sight as they ran across that gap there. So 16 shots with these bolt guns. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s for bolt to fusillade.
That's so good.
It is pretty good, isn't it? 11 hits, 3s to wound. 9 6 up saves. Oh dear. How many died?
7.
Is that the squad?
1, 2, 3,
Please say
4, 5. So there's 1 remaining.
There's 1 alive with banner behind the wall. So that was that squad and that squad. So this squad will rapid fire into this squad here. And I hit on 3s and I reroll 1s. With the reroll, that was 10 hits. This is wounding on 3s. Only 6 wounds. 6 saves of 6 up.
Armor saves. Yep. And then my icon is in range, so I get my feel no pains.
Nice.
Nothing, so 5 die.
So that's all the bike fired. I'm running out of gun. So this tactical squad here, the flamer washed into the dudes.
Neophytes.
Those are the ones. And I burnt 2 to a crisp. And the rest of the squad are firing their bolt weaponry into this squad here because they're still a little bit scary. Some are in rapid fire range. I'm hitting on 3s and re-rolling 1s. 9 hits with the re-rolls, winning on 3s. 6 wounds got through in the end. So 6s and then 6s. Failing all the saves and ignore...
Dead.
Is that the squad?
That's the squad.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing. So that's pretty good. That's this chunk down here fired, and I've killed many, many traitors, which makes me smile. There's a guy with a banner left there. That squad has been wiped out. That's this pile done. Then we came all the way around here to my Terminators. The ones that could shoot shot over here and killed 4.
4. And
then the one that couldn't see shot at your Jackal and took a wound off him. And that's the end of my shooting phase. I think I did a pretty good amount of damage there. You were telling me you were thinking about putting the command point on.
Yeah, if you didn't fall back your Terminators,
yeah,
I would have played Lurk in the Shadows on this, meaning that you couldn't shoot this squad, which means you couldn't wipe them, and you couldn't have targeted them with anything but a few units. However,
Lurk in the Shadows means you can only shoot them if they're the closest.
Yeah.
So because I was still locked up there, all this stuff wouldn't have been able to shoot across.
But
so
when you fell back, I still think you'd enough firepower to wipe them out easily, and then enough to take these guys. So I don't think it was it would have just wasted 2 CP for me.
I mean, your ambush came in last turn, and this is what's left of them.
Mm-hmm.
And now I need to jump on them. So let's do some jumping.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go into the charge phase. Let's see if I can jump on your Patriarch from that bike squad there for the Emperor and all that. 7? Nope, that's a failed charge. So we're coming across here. I'm going to start with my Terminators, trying to jump on him. We'll do Overwatch in just a second. It's a 9-inch charge. They fail the charge, so you get to Overwatch, and then Sagan Mir will try and go in on his own. I'm going to CP that for glory. It puts me down to 1 command point, and it's only a 1/3 chance. But I do like the idea of Sagan Mir charging in and smashing him, which fails. No damage done on Overwatch, and interestingly enough, I don't get Objective 4, I don't slay the Warlord, Kingslayer, and I don't make a successful charge.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to continue rolling on into the charge phase, because this unit, I need a charge. I need to make a charge to get a point. So
I thought you were done there, annoyingly.
We'll do the Overwatch in a second.
Yep.
This tactical squad, these guys can't fail, surely. No, they don't fail. We end up here after piling in. One of the tactical marines died to Overwatch because there's 2 flamers in that squad. And I'm hitting on 3s with Shock Assault. And I'm winning on 3s. Only 5 wounds. 4 up saved because of their thingy bob.
Yep, the Cult Creed. Lose 2.
You only lose 2, which means only 4 died in total this
But
time.
morale will be an issue.
Then we did the strike back from these dudes. They didn't hurt any of the tactical marines. Right, you lost 4 this turn.
I'm leadership 8.
Okay. And
Good.
they're okay. And you lost 4 behind the
The
wall
Brood
there.
Brothers
on the
are also
water.
leadership 8.
Okay. So not failing any morale. So at the end of that turn,
And he auto passes.
he auto passes because of the Patriarch Themon.
Yep.
So at the end of that turn, I get a point for the Emperor. That's all I get. What a low scoring game. So it's 2 points to 1 in favour of the Space Marines as we head into turn 3. I'm going to keep Secure Objective 4 because it's right there. I'm not going to keep Kingslayer in my hand because it's such a threatening card. If I take it out of my hand, then Mikey C might just decide to kamikaze his Patriarch in. But by keeping it in my hand, he's going to have to think very carefully about keeping it protected because that's losing D3 points. What, you're thinking just
No,
no?
he's going to go for it. He's going to suicide.
Okay, so let's go on to Genestealer Cults turn 3 and see what they do. Right, here are the orders for the cult, and finally they might be able to achieve 1 or 2 of them. Assassinate killer character, martyrs to the cause. Score a victory point if any models from your army other than characters were slain this turn as a result of using unquestionable loyalty. Basically, when wounds get put on characters, you can pass them off onto chaff nearby. If he does that, get a point. And secure objective 3, you can jump on. He's right there. Here we are after turn 3 movement phase, and the second wave of the cult ambush has come out of the sewers and are ready to pounce. There's objective 3, you're on it. The characters who are left alive have done some shuffling around here. These guys come out of the sewers, and you've still got that 7-inch charge thing going on because the dude's there and the thing, and they're coming in, and basically loads of bikes are probably going to be dead. And the aberrants are up here as well, behind the wall so they can't get overwatched, and they'll jump on the bike. So we're looking at quite a few nasty units hitting my speed at the front of my push. Let's say there's a point. And the other thing you need to do is assassinate. So we've got some neophytes popped up in this corner along with the next maggots. And you made sure you're closest to my librarian.
Lieutenant.
And there's the Patriarch. He got a nasty advance and he came busting through the wall. Came in like a wrecking ball. And he's there, ready to jump on either the librarian or the lieutenant and get you assassinated. And he's going to be a problem. And maybe Gabriel Locke will be able to deal with him, but maybe he'll consolidate up. Now away into cover.
If this goes well, they're dead.
Right.
A lot of your bikers are dead.
Yes.
Some tied up, so...
Yes. And then over here, the Brute Brothers...
Neophytes,
they piled back into the Rock Grinder. They fell back out of combat, dropped back into the Rock Grinder. The Rock Grinder's staying still. Goliath truck. So it can fire at full ballistic skill into this tactical squad there and potentially charge them to stop them charging something else.
Yep.
So that's what's happening there. And of course, there are characters now exposed for snipers to hit. There's Sagan Mir over there. Your other bike came zipping through. He's got a line of sight. He's got a shot through the legs of the Dreadnought onto my librarian as well, which is quite dirty. Or he could try and shoot Gabriel Locke with his storm shield. Probably not the best target. Probably just go for the librarian. I don't know, seeing as he's got denies.
I think so, yeah.
Denies and things like that. But this is wave 2. I'm still pressed back into the corner. It's only 2 points to 1. But if you kill a character and get that one, you will be 1 point in the lead. Such a low scoring game, it's incredible. Right, psychic stuff. Do you know where you want to start with your shenanigans, where your witch cursed dirty spells?
We'll do Might from Beyond on these guys.
Okay, I don't think that's approved by the librarian, so I'm not sure that you're allowed to do this.
I'm okay with that.
Might from Beyond.
You need a 7. I feel that.
I don't think they need it, to be honest.
I can
points.
play my +1 wound. I think you're okay with that.
So many command points and +1 wound on them.
So next we'll start with a mind control into your Dreadnought.
Oh, we're doing that one again.
We are doing that one again. No, this is... See...
What?
He can cast 2 because I haven't used one of my fingers. I think I'll mind control him, and then I can shoot one of your units, and then I'll try mental onslaught to kill... Actually, I could try and kill off your captain. We'll see what the leaderships are like.
Leadership 9, I think. Leadership 10 right now.
Or I could go for your Dreadnought, because I couldn't get the guy into range for +1 to leadership.
So leadership, yeah. You tried to run him across.
I didn't roll high enough. I needed like a 4.
Yeah. So what are you doing?
We'll go with mind control. Which is a 7.
Okay. And there's a perils. Not CP re-rolling. So D3 mortal wounds for all the perils on your Patriarch. For 1, it'll kill a familiar.
That's fine.
Cute. And then you've taken over my Dreadnought.
Well, no, I have to 3d6 beat your leadership first.
Okay, leadership 8. That works.
That does it.
So, taking over the mind of Brother Matthias, deciding to fire at the bikers dead in front of me.
Yep.
You're hitting on 2, sir.
Las cannons?
Yes. I'm not happy about this, by the way.
Missile launcher?
Yes. Okay, everything hits. So the 2 las cannons wound on 3, so you need to do it separately because it's different AP.
Yes.
So the 2 las cannons, 3's to wound.
What's 1?
1 wound, I need a 6. No, D6 damage. Kills a bike. And the missile launcher, 3's.
Yep.
I need a 5. And I make it.
You do.
You do kill 1. That's friendly fire. Blue on blue. Right, narratively speaking, you did not take over the mind of Matthias. That was just a misfire from his weapon systems there. Just a misfire.
Embrace your love of the 4-armed Emperor.
No,
Embrace
it's a misfire and it went off and killed. That's what happened. Right, what are we doing the other one with the Patriot?
We're going to do mental onslaught onto your Dread.
Okay.
See if I can...
He can do 2 powers, can he?
Well, the familiar. I haven't used the next familiar.
Yes, okay.
Unfortunately, I only get 1. Do I want to do your Dread or do I want to go after one of your characters? I think I'll go after your Librarian, actually.
Yeah? Okay.
He's leadership 8, I assume?
I think they're 9. Characters are all 9, I believe. I'll have to check.
Let's go for it anyway. I only need to take 2 wins. Odds are I won't kill your Dread.
Okay.
But, I mean, Lascan's missile launchers, you'll go after my truck, maybe, or kill a couple of guys. So.
Yes.
6. I get it on a 7.
I'm going to try and block that. I don't like the idea.
You get +1.
Do I?
For your Psychic Hood.
I don't block it.
You don't block it.
Okay.
Your leadership 9.
I need to check now. Yes, he's leadership 9. So this is the leadership thing again, isn't it?
Yep.
So I roll a d6, add 9. So I'm on 13. You're on 10.
So I need a 4+.
Yeah.
I don't. Do I want to re-roll that?
Command point?
I think I probably do.
Okay.
Yes, takes a wound.
He takes a wound, and let's do it again.
Oh, I need a 5 or
14,
6.
yeah.
Oh, denied. Oh, do I get my CP back? I do. I keep it.
Right, now we're smiting from this Magos here. Needs a 5.
We'll start with the smite.
It's going to hit Lieutenant Karras.
It gets off.
Passes D3 mortal wounds.
2.
For 2, he's down to 2 left. Second power, he's using his familiar to put mass hypnosis on the missile launcher Devastator squad here, which will be -1 to hit. Yeah.
-1 to hit, can't fire Overwatch,
okay.
and have to fight last, even if you charge.
But the -1 to hit is the more important thing here.
Yeah, well, you can't fire Overwatch because of my Patriarch anyway, if I was going to charge them, but he's probably dead, so I may as well use the familiar now.
Okay.
And we did discuss, I thought I could maybe cast Might from Beyond on him, but we checked the rules, and it's if you attempt to manifest it, not if it's successful.
Yeah.
So I can't attempt to manifest it again.
You can only attempt to manifest one
power turn. 7? Nope, fails anyway.
Right, opening up the shooting phase, the Librarian is going to take a sniper round from the Jackal, hitting on a 2. And it hits. It will wound on a
4.
4, yeah.
4 wounds, 6s do mortal.
Yep.
He's got 1 wound remaining.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't wound. Ooh.
Command point reroll coming up then.
Yeah, I think it's worth it.
Okay. I like the fact that you swapped the dice there. I do that all the time.
I need a 6. 4 plus to win, 6 to kill him.
Okay, sniper shots going wide there. So, want to kill a character. So, these guys, neophytes, are unloading everything into Lieutenant Karras. Starting off with the mining lasers. They're heavy, so it's 5s to hit with the mining lasers. But if they hit, they're going to sting. And one hit. Strength 9?
This is where I should say save the CP.
Yeah.
It does win though. -3.
-3. I'm in terrain.
So 5 ups. No, 6 up.
I failed to save. D6
D3
damage.
yes,
D3.
D6. Sorry, it is D6. They upgraded it.
Yeah, it used to be D3.
That's enough to kill him.
That's enough to kill him.
And the rest of my shots are wasted.
Assassinate. The rest of the shots pound into his corpse. Well, not his corpse. He is a casualty. He's not dead.
2 crack grenades into your corpse. Anyway.
After Karras was removed as a casualty, my lieutenant, he's not dead. He crawled into the rubble and is hidden away. We did pistol fire into this unit of bikes, and he managed to injure one of them. And now we're coming up here to this guy on the tower, firing a sniper weaponry down at Sagamir. 2s to hit. And it hits. 4s to wound, right?
2s to wound because of my relic, but on a 4 I'll do a mortal wound.
Yep.
That's a 6, so that is a mortal wound as well as normal damage at -1.
Okay, 3 up. I make the save. So he just takes a wound. He's on 4
and he
left.
suffers a perils.
Does he?
Yes, because of the relic weapon, if you take a wound, he suffers D3 wounds.
Okay, yep. So,
he takes 3.
Wow, so that's 4 wounds in total. I think he's only on 1 left.
Oh.
After the sniper weapon, he put Sagamir down to 1 wound remaining. We did mortar fire and pistol fire. And the Goliath truck, which is only hitting on 5s. I lost a tactical marine here, and mortars and pistols came into this squad. One of these bikes is down to 1 wound. One of those bikes is down to 1 wound. And that is the end of the shooting phase, in fact. So after the psychic shoot phase, you have killed Lieutenant Karras. You have injured other stuff around the edges. But now the Genestealer Cults will pounce. Let's go on to the charge phase. And this is where we end up after the charge phase, and it's one of those charge phases that I wish I had recorded. The Primaris, movement. The Primaris Patriarch, who I can't overwatch because of his relic, has charged this unit of Devastators with las cannons.
So that he can't get me in combat, and he can't get me in combat.
Yeah, Dreadnought and bikes can't get up to the 2nd floor in ruins, so Gabriel Locke will not be able to get in there and cut him down. I still have Kingslayer in my hand. And then with re-rolling charges and additions to your charges, you were able to tie up this squad of 2, this squad of 4, and this squad of 4. Basically, we have the Aberrants and the
Acolytes
into all of these bikes here. Lots of trouble happening right in my front ranks. And then over here, the Rock Grinder tried to charge that tactical squad, and there's a flamer there, and the grenade hit, and it went boom. Because you auto blew it up. So, 3 guys...
Well, the flamer's got like 5 wounds on it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's AP -1 with the tactical
Yeah.
drop. And that was the thing that managed to take it out. So 3 guys clambered out of the wreckage, and then 1 scout and 1 tactical marine died when it went kablooey. So that was unfortunate for you.
Very.
But but meanwhile, charges all the way across the front line. Now, if this goes well, I'm going to have some bikers and some terminators left, and that's probably going to be it. Some characters in the backfield. So let's go on to the fight phase. Starting off the fight phase, this Acolyte squad have piled into these 2 squads of bikes. 4 are going to attack this squad. The rest, everything else into that squad there, because you think the Aberrants can deal with the rest. Spending a stratagem on something.
First to draw blood, which is the Vigilous stratagem, and it gives me +1 to wound.
Nice.
Which means I'm wounding on 4s, but my rending claw attacks activate on 5s.
Okay, I like it. So we're doing the 4 on this squad first.
Hitting on 2s, because my Primus is in range.
Okay. Nice.
Wounding on 4s, 5s and 6s are rending.
Yeah.
And that was terrible.
Did you not wound?
I didn't do a single wound.
That could have been better.
Claws, Cultist Knife attacks now.
Yeah.
Hitting on 2s, wounding on 4s. 1.
And
no AP.
No AP. 3 up. I'm fine.
Wow.
So these 4 didn't hurt that squad. Did that happen? Then we've got 8 guys attacking this squad with rending claws?
Yes.
Okay, so 2's to hit again.
2's to hit, and then I've got 2 drills after that.
Okay.
Which is why I wanted Might from Beyond for all the bonus attacks.
Oh, okay. 2's to hit.
All hit.
That's 3-2. 4's to wound, and rending kicks in on 5.
I need to do that again.
Yeah. So any 5s and 6s I don't get a save for. How many 5s and 6s? That's a lot.
That's... So 1 at AP -1, and then 1, 2, 3.5, so 4, because they're dead.
Basically, if I get a...
Well, no, you'd already taken a wound.
Did I?
Yeah,
oh, yes, I did.
Wound,
so they wipe out the squad without doing the drills. So the Acolytes consolidate into this unit of 4. And then the Aberrants pile in like this. We've got 3 with power picks hitting that unit of 2.
Yep.
And the other dudes are going to hit this unit. So 3 with power picks.
Hitting on 2s because my Primus is nearby.
Okay.
So these are the power picks. That's 4 hits.
Okay.
Strength user, so strength 5.
Okay.
So wounding on 4s.
Yep.
2 AP -2.
2 AP -2. So I need 5s. I'm making both.
Making both. And then the rending claws.
Oh, they got rending claws as well.
They get, for each power pick attack, they also get a rending claw attack.
So that's 3 rending claw attacks into this unit.
6. For each attack they
make.
So
they got 2 power picks each.
They do.
Okay.
So hitting on 2s, wounding on 4s, 6s are rending. Okay. Only 2. I really thought I killed them.
-1, right?
Yes.
Okay, so make all the saves.
Lovely.
So that unit hangs in there. And now we've got 4 guys. What do these guys got?
And then they'll consolidate. They've got the same. They've got the same. So that would just be 10 power pick attacks.
10 power picks into this unit of 4 bikes.
And hopefully
2's to hit.
I can... Well, I'll do my pile-ins after, but hopefully I can wrap around them, stop them falling back.
Okay.
Which would be nice. 2's to hit. 8. Then 4's to wound. It's only 3.
AP -2. So I need 5s.
Nope.
No, and how much damage?
D3.
Okay, first one, dead bike. Second one, dead bike. Third one, dead bike. Then after we did the rending claws, that unit of bikes get wiped out. So the Aberrants consolidate or pile in to that unit of 2 bikes there, wrapping them up, which is important because I'm not going to be able to pull out of combat there, which will stop me shooting at them.
Good for me. I really thought I killed them.
Yeah. If you'd have killed them, then that's better. Right, the Patriarch attacking the Devastators. You got 6 attacks and you're hitting on 2s. I haven't got any command points to interrupt here.
No, as I was...
Well, I've got 1 command point.
I was saving my... basically the Genestealer's version of Vect to stop you interrupting.
Oh, okay.
You don't have enough CP left.
No,
and I have 5 left.
Yeah. 3's to wound, rerolling the wound, because that's what Broodlords do.
Just as well. That's
and these roll AP -3 and multiple damage.
Well, 3 die.
Yeah, they're AP -6.
Yeah, and then 3 at -3.
And these are 6s.
He's dead.
That's the squad wiped out. Then the Patriarch consolidated 3 inches to the closest enemy unit. Then I hit him back. and managed to punch his little familiar into the ground. So he's still okay. And then these biker units attack the aberrants, and they made their 5-up, feel no pain type save, and they're okay, and there's no morale to take across this battle grid. And you have scored Assassinate, and you've scored the other one.
Secure Objective 3.
Secure Objective 3, which is that one there.
Yep.
Making it 3 points to 2. It's such a low point scoring game.
I will ditch my other one, because which is if I make an unquestioned loyalty, I don't think you're going to shoot my characters in range, so I'm going to ditch it and hope to score another objective.
Okay, so you can draw some more cards.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I've been pushed right back. I've got a couple of tactical marines and some scouts over here. I've got a bike squad which aren't locked up and a bike squad which are locked up, so I can't fall back, which means those aberrants are going to kill me in my turn and free to rampage on. These Terminators are not locked up yet. So I've got a couple of units that can actually do something here. And remember, Gabriel Locke can't charge up there. He can't get up there. So what we've got is Genestealer Cults. The first wave crashed against me and drew me forward. The second wave has tied up and gone rinsing straight through my lines. And I've got some exposed Terminators out on the flank there, miles away from anyone. So it's 3 points to 2. It's a very close game. Let's see what the 13th can do in turn 3. So it's 3-2 to the cult. I need to kill the king, take out that patriarch, and secure 4 and secure 5. Right, that was painful. I need to hurt the Genestealer Cult back again. This is an all or nothing move. My librarian advanced there and the devastators fell back. Now what I need to happen here is null zone and smite. Null zone will take his invulnerable save away. Smite will tickle him. Dreadnought, shoot him, kill him. Kingslayer, that could be game changer because it'll be a point for Warlord and D3 points for Kingslayer. If I don't do that, I'm going to have a Patriarch jump on me as well. And talking about stuff jumping on me, these aberrants, I need to hurt them. So Gabriel Locke swung around with his Warlord trait and with the Burning Blade. I'm going to be hitting them on 2s, wounding them on 2s, 2 damage each. They won't get a save, but they do get their 5-up feel no pain shenanigans. Hurt them. Then I need to hurt these guys as well. So Terminators, Bikers, Flamer from the tactical squad in. Keeping these scouts up here. They're just in my pocket. I'm keeping them still. Bolt of Discipline is a thing so they can fire down as well. Tactical Doctrine still in effect. So there's objective 5. I need that objective. There's objective 4. Sagan Mir is on it. And what was the other one? Kingslayer, I mentioned it, yeah. And then the Terminator's moving round. Because with bolted discipline, I should be able to clear away this squad back here. And there are still some Terminator. I mean, there's nothing back here really to harass you, but I'm thinking about Linebreaker later on. And I've still got 2 teleport homers blinking away down here. There's one here and one there. So in later game turns, I could potentially teleport down here if I need to. But yeah, I need to hit this push. This will mean I'm leaving them alone, and it's just a lot of dominoes need to fall into place here. Right, psychic phase. Nothing in range or line of sight for Sagan Mir to do. So it's all about this librarian here. So let's start off with a nice cheeky smite on your patriarch, and that's a 9. Would you like to try and deny, sir?
Yeah.
No, you can let it go through if you want.
No.
Okay, all right. You need a 10.
No, definitely
D3
not.
mortal wounds. Looking for a big juicy 5 or 6 here. And that's a 2.
2 will do.
So that's a 4, which is D3. I think he's on 4 left.
He's got no one in range to pass it off to.
No. And then Null Zone, which is now a 7. Yay. And that's a 10. Would you like to try and deny Null Zone? You need an 11.
Gonna have to. Oh, so close.
So close, but not Scar. So there is no invulnerable save within 6. It suddenly occurred to me, actually, that if I'd have put him over here, then I might have been able to... No, they don't have an invulnerable save. They don't, so it wouldn't have affected them anyway. Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. Let's start off the shooting phase, spending my last command point on big guns never tire, which means Matthias is a vehicle, and vehicles don't suffer the minus to hit, to move and fire with heavy weaponry. So he's moved across, and he can fire at him, still hitting on 2s. 1 minute before we start. Mikey C's getting all tactical and stuff. What's happening over here?
So I'm going to play Lurk in the Shadows on these guys.
Right.
Because the Terminators are closer to the Aberrants.
They are, yes.
So you cannot shoot them unless the Aberrants die first, which they can't do because they're in combat.
Okay.
So I'm stopping 20 bolter shots coming in
against
at basically anything. And you're stopping your scout shooting, but these guys will get to shoot. So I'm hoping enough survive to make it worth...
Okay.
Keeping them alive.
And you got the CP already this turn.
I did already.
So you got 3 left. Right, okay. Big guns never tire. I start his vehicle, can move and fire the heavy weapons. Firing up at this dude. 2 shots with the las cannons. And I hit. Oh, see? Spending that CP was perfect. Otherwise you wouldn't better hit.
Very
right,
useful.
strength 9, toughness 5. I need 3s now. And there's no lieutenant for the reroll. 1. Just 1. It's AP -3.
So I have a 2-up save. So I have a 4-up armour.
Yeah.
Relic gives me +1 against range weaponry.
Yeah.
And I'm in cover. And I'm infantry.
Yeah.
So I have a 5-up save.
Okay.
Which is my invuln anyway.
Okay.
So he makes it. He makes his armour.
So it's going to be the missile launcher.
Let me double check that in case the internet
hits. 3s to wound. Wounds. So a 4-up save versus the missile launcher.
He makes it.
He makes it. And I won't be able to charge because he advanced to get there.
He did.
He can't climb up there. They're falling back. Your Patriarch is going to live.
That is very fortunate.
It could be game changing. Right, coming around here. I'd love to shoot Gabriel Lock at them, but I can't. I can't shoot at them because they're in combat. And I can't shoot at any of these guys behind because they're all characters, right?
So yeah, I've basically saved...
And I can't shoot my Terminators because they're closest to him. So these guys can't shoot. That sucks.
It's a good stratagem.
That's tactical. I like it. See that I've got Cloud of Flies on the end of all things and I barely ever use it. You're teaching me how to use it properly now. Thank you very much.
Well, the Death Guard are a lot slower. Genestealer Cults get in your face and they can do some damage. I mean, you've got a lot of firepower here to do damage, but if I'm lucky, enough survive, I can spend the 2 CP to keep them insane bravery.
Yeah.
And that puts me down to 1. But I think it'll be worth it.
Okay.
If it works.
Clever girl. That's a Jurassic Park quote.
It is, yeah.
Right, let's shoot this squad into them. I am in rapid fire range. There's a flamer there. Let's do the flamer first. Flamer does 5 auto hits. And it'll wound on 3s. At AP -1 because it's an assault weapon.
It'll be 6-up armour.
Yep.
And 6-up feel no pain.
Okay.
Nope, 4 die.
4 more wounds with bolt weaponry at AP -1.
Nope.
And 6s.
2.
And it looks like this. So now the bike squad will unload into them. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s with bolt weaponry, wounding on 3s, AP -1. 11 wounds got through. 6s to save.
Damn, Winters, you're rolling for the bolters has been solid. All those rerolls are great. 6s.
The Emperor stands by my side.
Oh, see, if it wasn't for your tactical, I'd be saving a bunch of them.
Superior tactics of the 13th shining through here. And I think I might have wiped the squad.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 2, 4, 6. You have.
So Mikey C doing everything he can to try and keep that squad alive, but they have been wiped out by the superior firepower of the 13th. And talking about superior firepower, bolted discipline with rapid firing storm bolters with AP -1 tactical doctrine picked on this squad of down here with the mortar, and they've been entirely wiped out. And that's the end of my shooting phase. Everything else that I can shoot at is characters. So no, these are them scouts on them. We did the scouts, I failed to wound. Right, now that's the end of my shooting phase. So I failed to take out the Patriarch, that's done. But I have cleared away 2 units here. I needed this to be a brutal turn. This Patriarch is going to come back and bite me. It is going to bite me. But what I'm going to do now is charge and Terminators, the first company, and Gabriel Lock is going to go in against these Aberrants. Terminators end up there, Gabriel Lock ends up there. I could have multi-charged these characters, but I really want these Aberrants dead, and then you heroically intervened. So we end up here. So I'm going to charge first. I'm going to select fight first. Now Gabriel Lock, Captain on a bike, 4 attacks, +1 for Imperial Sword, +1 for Shock Assault. I've got 6 attacks on him, hitting your Aberrants on 2s, and re-rolling 1s because he's in range of himself as a captain. Right, the Burning Blade gets me to strength 7, but I am +1 strength with the Imperium Sword, so I'm strength 8 and your toughness 4. So I'm winning on 2s. He's raping -5, 2 damage a time. So hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s, and that's 5 wounds. Each of these does 2 damage. Aberrants have 2 wounds each.
Ooh.
So they can ignore wounds on 5s, so you've got to do this 5 times. So the first dude is alive.
Saves 1.
And again. Now he's dead. So I kill 1 and then 3 more times. And he's alive. And now he's dead. So I killed 2 and the very last one, I kill 3. Gabriel Lock kills 3. You've got 3 CP left. Would you like to pay to interrupt?
I am.
So then Locke consolidated here. Paying 2 CP to interrupt, and now the aberrants are going to attack the bikers.
Well, no, actually, the Terminators are better. I've got more chance of wounding your Terminators.
So put a nose model back.
I'll put them back, and I'll remove those 3.
Okay.
So, I've got more chance of wounding your Terminators.
Piling into the closest model that way. I want to be in cover, you see, for the 2 up, in case there's any shots that come in. Right, so what are we doing? Where are we doing it?
So I thought about going against the bikers, but you don't have a 3-up invuln on them, so I think I'm better, because I'm wounding the Terminators on 3s, so I'm going to go into the Terminators instead. So 10 attacks with the power picks, hitting on 2s.
Okay. Nice. 8 hits.
Wounding on 3s.
Okay. They all
AP -2.
Okay, so I need a bunch of 4s, right?
Yep. Sorry.
4s to save. How much damage does it do?
D3.
D3 each?
Yep.
Seriously?
Yep.
Wow.
So that's first one.
Dead
Terminator. Second one.
No.
And third. Fourth one. I've got 1 CP left. No. So 3 die.
3 die.
Not going to use that.
3 Terminators die. Looks like this. Then the Rending Claws come in on 3s. 2s. And 4s or 5s? 3s, because they're strength 5, right?
Yeah. 3s to win, 6s are rending.
Yep.
So 2 rending, so 2 5-ups.
Okay.
And 4 more.
2 5-ups.
Kills
1 Terminator dies.
And then 4 3-ups.
4 3-ups. He's alive on 1 wound left.
Yep.
And then I have got 3 attacks with Shock Assault with 1 dude left, which will punch them. And hit twice. And we'll wound on 2s. Wound twice. AP -3, D3 damage a time. You don't get a save. So D3 on the first dude. 3. So 3 5-ups.
No, 1 dies.
And the second dude.
Another 3.
3 more.
I get to reroll the 1s because the Icon Ward is nearby.
Okay.
He takes 1.
So it looks like this. 1 is on 1 wound. This guy's on 1 wound. After you heroically intervened, you're no longer within an inch of an enemy. So you can't fight anymore. So it's down to my bikes, who weren't charged this turn. So it's the normal dude hitting that guy on 1 wound on a 3 and a... not that. And then the Power Claw. He's got 2 attacks. Power Claw. I reroll 1s because I am within range of a captain. So 2 hits.
1.
What? 3's to hit.
Oh, it's a Lightning Claw.
Yeah, Lightning Claw.
Sorry, Power Claw. Yeah, sorry, I thought it was Power Fist. Never mind.
Power Claw is an orc thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And reroll the wound with a Power Claw. Not Power Claw, Lightning Claw. 1 at -2.
5 up, no armour, so feel no pain, makes it.
Okay, and that's the end of that fight.
It is.
So that's the end of the fight phase. That was a perfect interrupt there, actually wiping out 4 Terminators. Now we're on to the morale phase. You did lose 4, however, and your leadership 7, so good luck. And you're good. I lost 4, I'm leadership 9, first company, and I'm okay. And so at the end of turn 3, I have jumped onto the 2 objectives I wanted to jump on to, meaning I'm now 1 point back in the lead. I think it's 4-3 now. Such a low point scoring game. Still a low point scoring game. Just 1 point in it. There's always been 1 point in it. The Patriarch is still alive. He's a problem. The Aberrants are still alive. They're a problem. You're out of CP. I'm out of CP.
I've got 1. I've got 1 left.
You got 1 left. So it's been brutal. You've got very few assets back here. I've got very few assets back here. And then some Terminators strung out over there. That's it. It's been a bloody game. Mm-hmm. It's been a brutal game. We're heading in towards the end of the turns now. The end game. The snap. Let's go on to turn 4. Here are the objectives for the Genestealer Cults. They're beginning to organise themselves. These are all achievable. Mission critical objective score, objective 1. Claim Dominion. Get D3 points if you control an objective marker that was previously controlled by your opponent. And Witch Hunter, kill a Psyker. 4 points to 3. Here we are after the Cults movement phase. And by getting on this mission critical objective, it's 4 points each. The Jackal advancing all the way back there. Nice and simple. Now, if he kills a witch, and I am not a witch, for Witch Hunter, kills my librarian either here or a sniper round into Segimir, that's another point, and they'll be in the lead. And control an objective previously controlled by your opponent. Well, all these troop choice have to do is make a charge, and they'll be on that objective there. Of course, there's some guys over here as well that can make a charge and go onto that objective with the scouts and outnumber me, but you'll probably die in close combat or Overwatch or etc. So probably don't want to make that charge here. As long as Snake Eyes is not rolled here, then that'll be many points into the lead. The characters in the middle are closing in on the Bikers and the last remaining Terminator. There's the Magos. Interestingly enough, Gabriel Locke is no longer in combat after pulling those models away, so he can be charged and he can be targeted to be shot at if he is the closest, or with sniper weaponry, for example. Meanwhile, over here, these little brood brothers are staying hidden away. Starting off the psychic phase, the Patriarch is trying to smite my Warlord. You need a 5.
No, you're Librarian.
Librarian. Warlord. Librarian. And that passes. See, I could deny you. But you kill him anyway.
Yeah, if you don't... Yeah, I'm going to kill him, so you won't be able to deny it anyway.
Yeah, I get +1 to this with the hood. I need a 10. I don't... That is Witch Hunter. Not Witch Hunter, Librarian Hunter.
Yeah, Witch Hunter.
Oh, no, Librarian Hunter. Okay, that's the Patriarch's powers done. So the Magos is going to do Mass Hypnosis on Matthias. Yep. Which will be -1 to hit, and I won't be able to fire Overwatch.
Fails.
It fails?
Yep.
Can he do a second phase? Got familiar?
No,
there?
I've used it already.
Okay, so is that the end? Oh no, there's this guy over here. He can do 1.
Oh, let's do... No, actually, yes, that was my intention, but I forgot I've still got Might from Beyond. So I'll do Might from Beyond on the Aberrant to give them +1 attack and strength.
Nice, I like it.
I completely forgot about that. My plan was to smite him, but now he's dead, so that's fine. And I do. A 9's a pass.
Okay. Right, shooting phase. This Clamavus is using a Scrambler array. You need a 6. And then
on a 6, I do a Mortal Wound.
Yep.
Terminator. Nope. Bikers.
That one?
Nope.
No.
And your Warlord. Nope.
No. And that does, on a 6, it does a Mortal Wound to that squad. So that's quite tasty. Right, let's go on to some more shots. Right, moving into the shooting phase. The Neophytes fired their small arms at the Devastators, didn't hurt them. And we've got 2 mining lasers firing at Brother Matthias here. 5s to hit.
5s. 1 hit.
Yeah. And it's strength high.
Doesn't
wound. So that's them shot. Then after the Neophyte shot, we did some pistol fire here. Every single direction, no damage caused. Now we're coming across to these Neophytes. They're putting 2 flamers up into the scouts. This could sting. Number of auto hits.
4.
Maybe not. And it wounds twice. I am on a train feature. And one of them dies.
Shotgun?
Yes.
1 hit.
Okay.
Doesn't wound.
Then the mortar came down from the backfield, did a wound, and my sergeant dies, and that's the scouts wiped out. And I think that's the end of the shooting phase, except for the sniper weaponry.
Sniper is going into your Librarian.
On the tower, firing down at Segimir, 2s to hit. It hits, and a 4
do that
wound.
Again. 2s to wound, 4s to mortal wounds.
4 will kill him. And Segimir falls, and there's a flash of a teleport Homer as he disappears back to the battle barge. Right, that's the end of the shooting phase. 2 psychos get taken out. We're going into the charge phase. I have killed 1. Don't roll a Snake Eyes, and you're going to get that objective.
If I roll a Snake Eyes now, I'm blaming you. 6, that's enough.
So the Neophytes end up there, clambering all over Matthias. The Magus actually failed to charge. Now the Patriarchs are going to go into the Devastators. We're going to get this Overwatch on camera because I could kill him. What?
Can't Overwatch because of my relic.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, don't roll snake eyes, you'll be okay.
Stop saying that.
He's in. So the Patriarch gets into the Devastators, then all the characters charge the bikes and the remaining Terminator here, and then the Magos on 1 wound left. You figured he was dead anyway. So he tried to charge all of these bikes, and these bikes just gunned him down. So where do you want to start the charge? I can't interrupt, I don't have any command points left.
We'll start with the Patriarch then.
Okay.
Big Daddy.
Big Daddy. 2s to hit. And 3s to wound. And re-rolling to wound.
3 die. Because 6 is -4, and then 3 -3.
3 -3, so 3 6s. The Devastators are wiped out. So the Patriarch wiped out, the Devastators choosing not to consolidate because you don't want to get down on the ground floor where you can get shot and charged. The Neophytes clambering all over Matthias didn't do anything to him because you're hitting on 4s, wounding on 6s. Then we did this big scrum in the middle. And long story short, you wiped out the Bikers and the Terminators. Many attacks, plus the bonuses here. So the Bikers are gone. Gabriel Lock is not in combat at this stage. And the last fight that we have to do back is Matthias on these guys, because morale is a thing.
No, mate, they're immune.
They're immune.
My Patriarchs.
Let's hit you anyway. 3s to hit. I get +1... 2s to hit because I'm a venerable, and +1 attack because of shock assault. 2s to wound because you're puny. 2 wounds though, only 2.
No AP.
And you're not that puny.
I saved them all.
Yeah, I tried to kick you, but you scrabble around his feet. That's very interesting. So that's that combat done. That's all the combats over here done. Down in the corner right now, all I have left is a Dreadnought and my Warlord. That's it. And you have a couple of units over here, and a couple of models here, and a couple over there. But you do get Witch Hunter. You do get that objective over there, which means you're 1 point in the lead, plus D3 for controlling an objective that was previously controlled by me. And so suddenly you're 3 points in the lead. The Genestealer Cults are winning. It's been 1 point in the lead each and every turn until now. The Genestealer Cults pulling into the lead. So let's go on to the 13th, turn 4. So I kept Kingslayer in my hand, but I don't think I'm going to get that Patriarch anytime soon. Area Denial. Now, there are no enemy units within 6, but there is one within 12. So that's going to be a point. Unless I wipe out that Jackal. I could potentially wipe out that Jackal and get me D3 for having no enemies within 12 inches of the centre. And defend Objective 4. I can do that one. It's 7 points to 4 in favour of the Genestealer Cults. Time to get really tactical. So, these green barrels here, that's about the centre of the battle grid. Now, he's within 12. So if I rapid fire and kill him, then you're not going to have anyone within 12, and that'll be D3 points. He's a character. He's a little bit closer, but characters don't block characters. However, there is 3 Neophytes there, so they need to die, and there is a tactical squad who can gun them down, and Gabriel Locke can also see them and gun them down as well. So kill them, then kill him, and then I get extra points. That's what I'm thinking, because I'm not getting Kingslayer, but I will get Defend Objective 4 because my Terminators are here on him, and I think that's too many wounds for you to get rid of in one turn. Meanwhile, over here, Brother Matthias is surrounded. There's no way the Broodlord can get to him. And I can't break out of combat either. I just can't break out of combat. And then Gabriel Locke, after he kills those dudes over there, can slingshot back into the Aberrants and cause you problems. And hopefully you don't draw Kingslayer like I've got drawn Kingslayer, because then he's going to be somewhat exposed.
Yeah, he's got the 3-up invuln's going to hurt. I'm going to struggle to get past that.
But you've got smiting and things.
That's true.
These guys are smiting, right?
They can
But right now they're hitting that. They're hitting my Dreadnought because it's closest. So just need to keep a bit away. So let's shoot. Let's put bolters, twin bolters into them from my Warlord, which hits on 2s. Of course, Tactical Doctrine's still in effect, re-rolling 1s. And I'm wounded on 3s because they're Toughness Genestealer Cult. So 2 wounds at -1, +1 because of the cover.
And +1 for my Cult Creed. So
okay.
4 ups.
Okay.
To die.
Didn't help. There's 1 left.
Did not help.
And then this squad is going to flame on. Let's do the flame first of all. 3 hits, which will wound on 3s. Only 1 wound.
Saved.
Okay, and then rapid fire death. 3s. Re-rolling 1s because of my Bolter Fusillade. Okay, so only 3 hits. And only one more wound.
Kills him
dead. Right, so that's good because I had to kill him in the shooting phase to unlock the ability for these bikes to rapid fire him. So let's now rapid fire that jackal and try and wipe it out. This will be D3 points and this will keep me in the game. So I could potentially charge him as well, but it is a long charge. 3s to hit, rerolling 1s.
-1 to hit.
4s to hit. -1 to hit. 8 hits, that -1 to hit helping you out there. He is toughness 4 and I get 4 wounds through at -1.
+1 for my creed, so 5 ups.
Okay.
I need at least 2 of these.
Okay.
Oh, I get none. He's dead.
So the jackal gets wiped out. Then we go into the charge phase. Gabriel Lock reverses back into the aberrant, hitting on 2s with the burning blade and wounding on 2s. And only 3 wounds. So 2s, 5 up, ignore damage.
Yep.
First one's alive. And
second one
is now
rerolling the 1
oh,
because of the banner.
He's still alive.
Third one kills 1.
Only kill 1. The aberrants pile in. You got some power picks and
I've still got might from beyond, so that's 9 attacks.
Okay.
Hitting on 2s.
Right. And 6 hits.
Strength 6 now, so wounding on 3s.
Yes.
That is 4 minus, doesn't matter, 3 up.
3 up and vulnerable saves. I make them all.
And then my
rending claws?
Yeah. 6, 7, 8, 9. Hitting on 2s.
Okay.
Oh, stop rolling the 1s.
Oh dear.
Wounding on 3, 6s are rending. 1 rend and 4 wounds.
These AP minus anything?
1, so yeah, it's going to be 3
well,
ups.
Well, it's all 3 ups.
Yeah, it's all 3 ups.
All 3 ups. He takes 3 wounds. I think he's down to 3 left. I think they start on 6 with bikes. And
Icon Ward, who intervenes.
Yeah.
Hitting on 2s because of my Primus nearby.
Yeah.
Wounding on 5s though.
Okay.
6s are rend. 1 rend, 1 wound.
And the wound is that just well, it's all
single
3
damage.
It's
oh yeah, it doesn't matter then. Oh.
Damn it, Locke's got 1 wound left. And then you've got a
cultist roll of save. So 1 cultist knife misses. Nice.
Okay, so he's gonna hang in there. And that is the end of my turn. You have no morale to take. I have started to defend that objective there. It was 7 points to 4, but I'm gonna get D3 for area denial. Looking for big money. That's not big money. It's 7 points to 5, but at the end of this turn I will get 2 points for defending that one there. So 7 points to 5 as we go into Genestealer Cults, turn 5. Here are the orders for the cult, and after a good draw last turn, they're bad again. Defend 6, you can't get 2. Spring the trap. Basically, a unit needs to come back in from cult ambush, and nothing's currently in cult ambush. An overwhelming firepower, shoot something to death, which is tricky for an army that doesn't have very many guns. Here we are after the movement phase. We did the attacks with the Dreadnought and the Neophyte squad down here, and no wounds were done on either side. And at the start of the turn, you spent your last CP, which you didn't get back, and put this Neophyte squad back into cult ambush.
Brood Brothers.
Brood Brothers, because then if it goes on to turn 6 and they rematerialize next turn, you're going to get a point for Spring the Trap. So that makes sense to me. But getting objective 6 is over there. That isn't going to happen. An overwhelming firepower. I think you've got a few pistols.
And a sniper.
And a sniper. So maybe it's unlikely to happen. The Patriarch advanced down here. And 1 good smite will get you a point for Slay the Warlord, which is potentially the only point you're going to get this turn. Let's go into the psychic phase. Are you smiting, sir?
I am going to smite it.
All you need is a 5. And that's a 4. And you spend your last command point.
Okay, we're going to do this the hard way then.
Right, what's the hard way?
Charging and try to kill him.
Well, you've got pistol. He's got pistol. There's overwhelming firepower.
Let's do...
Oh, this guy, yeah. He's got a psychic power.
He has got... We will do Might from Beyond onto these guys once more.
Okay.
I'll double check if he has that. I'm fairly certain he does.
Yeah, Might from Beyond on these guys.
Fails.
No, that didn't happen. Okay. Right, pistol shot. Overwhelming firepower. How hard can it be? Pistols first, in close combat. Let's kill Gabriel Locke.
Easy. Missed.
Right, then we rounded out the shooting phase. Sniper fire came down into the bikes, didn't wound them. Some pistols hit the bikes, and this squad here didn't wound them. Then you did the psychic thingy ball from the cat.
Well, the power from the Clamavus Scrambler Ray. If I rolled a 6, he dies, but he didn't.
He didn't. Okay, so that was the end of the shooting phase. No overwhelming firepower done. But your Patriarchus made combat with Gabriel Locke, and then everyone else heroically jumped on him as well. So we're going to have many, many attacks to try and take out my Warlord, and this should be the only point you get this time.
I mean, that could this if you make a lot of saves, this could be bad. You could kill my Warlord.
Yeah.
2's to hit with the Patriarch. All hit.
Everything hit.
4's to wound.
Yes, but rerolling to wound, because that's what they do. Right,
so
I need to make every single... He's
doesn't
got
matter
one
about
left.
the damage, so yeah, 6 wounds.
He needs to make every single 3-up invulnerable save with the Storm Shield, or this is Slay the Warlord. And Gabriel Locke loses by a long way and falls. Then this coterie of characters consolidate forward after taking out Gabriel Locke. Then we came around here, and Brother Matthias kicked 3 of the neophytes to death. You didn't injure me back. And then we did the morale, and then you held firm. And that's the end of your turn 5.
Mm-hmm.
You get a point for Slay the Warlord. I get 2 points for defending that objective at there. So it's 8 points to 7. You're winning by 1 point currently.
I will ditch overwhelming, because I'm never getting that.
And you're line breaking. So currently you're winning by 1 point in your line breaking as we head on to the 13th, turn 5. I have a tactical squad, some bikes and some Terminators. Oh my. Let's see what the cards God say. Right, I ditched Kinslayer because I've been holding onto it since the first turn. I don't think I'm going to get it now. But I did draw Overwhelming Firepower. I have got Mission Critical Objective number 3, which is in the middle. And Psychological Warfare, make these cowards break. So here we are after my movement phase. The cult are winning by 1 point and they're line breaking. So I definitely need 2 points. And so I've come on to the Mission Critical Objective here, which is... you're winning by 1 point. That'll be 8 points each, plus your line breaker, if it ends this turn. I'd love to charge, but I need to stay on that objective there. Then we did some measuring over here with the Terminators. I couldn't get into that deployment zone without advancing them, and then it would be a dice roll, and then I could have rolled low and wouldn't have got in there. So instead I activated the last teleport homer and zipped back over into this corner here. That teleport homer disappears. And with Bolter Discipline, I can fire lots and lots and lots of shots into them there. And if I kill one thing, that'll be overwhelming firepower. But if I kill 3 things, that'll be D3 points. And here's a unit of 1. And there's a flamer there. So I think they should be able to kill him. They should be able to kill him. And then I can put all the other shots into other things and hopefully kill 3 things. That's the plan. Let's go on to the shooting phase. Right, because he is a troop's choice, I can't shoot these characters, so this squad has to shoot him. Let's flame on and hit him twice, which will wound him on 3s. 1 wound at -1 on your dude.
6 up. And then a 6 up, feel no pain.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope.
He is dead.
That's overwhelming firepower. I need to kill 3 things though. So now I have all these bikes. Which one of these is the most squishy? Okay, so it turns out all these guys have got 4 wounds with a 5-up save. Now I'm going to be greedy. I'm going to put 2 shots into one of them and 2 shots into another one. And the reason why I'm going to be greedy is because these guys have got 24-inch range. So if I fail to kill them, I can put some more Stormbolter rounds into them. So let's fire at... Who's the one giving them all the 6-up feel no pain saves?
The Icon Ward.
Right, okay. So let's start off shooting into him with 8 twin bolter shots, which hit on 3s. And re-roll 1s, and look at all those 2s. Okay, so only 4 hits get through. I'm winning on 3s, however. 3 get through at AP -1.
Ooh, do I want to use... I mean, he won't die, so that's fine. 1 saved, and takes 2.
He takes 2 wounds. And then the 4 shots into the Kellamore, the guy with the staff. Re-roll him once. And I need 6 hits, and I need 3s to wound. Only 3 wounds. So 3 more wounds.
Nope. And then 6 up, feel no pains. Nope, he takes 3.
Right, mistakes were made. I haven't killed any of them. And the aberrants are elites, so I can't target them anymore. But I can target the Patriarch.
You don't want to do that.
And I'm just after ditching Kingslayer and saying I'm never going to get it. So let's put 20 Stormbolter shots into the Patriarch. Now, we'll be winning on 5s, but this should sting. 2s to hit. Oh, sorry, what am I talking about? 3s to hit, rerolling 1s. That's pretty good. That's 18 hits.
Yep.
This is the tricky bit. 5s to wound, and it's all AP -1, so it's all down to your invulnerable saves. And you got 4 wounds left. Only 5 got through.
Some, yeah, 5 up save.
And then 6 up. Because of the icon ward. Do what?
Well, I'm thinking using my unquestioning loyalty ability.
Okay.
So I think I'll start passing these off onto the aberrants, just so I don't lose them.
Okay.
So on a 4 up, yep, 1 aberrant dies.
Okay.
Let's do another one.
Okay.
Nope. So I take a wound on the Patriarch instead, but I'd still get my save.
Okay.
So 5 up. Nope. 6 up. Nope. He takes a wound.
He's got 3 left.
He's got 3 left. 3 wounds remaining. I'll pass another one on. I don't. 5 up. 6 up. Nope. Takes another one. He's down to 2
left and 2 more to save.
Can I pass another one off? Oh yes. 1. So 1 more aberrant dies. And I'll take the final one on the
Broodlord. Patriarch on 2 wounds left.
That's what I'm wondering. But the aberrants... No, I don't want to. I want to try and pass it off, even if it kills the aberrants.
Okay.
Because you'll only kill 2 units then. He dies.
So that's the aberrants wiped out.
Yep.
Okay. And that's the end of the shooting phase. Now I could charge. Could charge with this tactical squad here. I'm going to charge with the tactical squad here.
Okay.
I'm going to charge your Patriarch. Because he's got 2 wounds left. And I've got a bunch of attacks. Now, I know you're going to wipe him out in close combat, but if I kill him, can he pass any more off in close combat?
He can.
To this dude?
Yes, he's
and on a 4-up, he dies. He just gets removed.
On a 4-up, he just dies.
Mind you, the Terminators are a 9-inch charge as well.
No, it's more than 9.
Well, let's roll some dice and see how far the Terminators are going. Okay, turns out I'm 12 and a bit inches away from the Patriarch. Can't charge the Patriarch. Then I tried to charge with these guys. It failed. I rolled a 4. Ended up there. So that's the end of that. No more charges. I'm not charging with the bikes. I need that mission critical objective. So then we went on to the fight phase. And Matthias kicked 4 of them. So you've got 4 saves to make because psychological warfare is still a thing.
It is.
So what's your saves? 5?
4 up because you're AP 0.
Yes.
So 4 up save.
Okay.
I'll lose 2.
2 die. And the leadership's 7.
The leadership 8
leadership
because
8.
they're neophytes.
Okay, so morale is good. You're not going to lose psychological warfare. You can hit Matthias back though. And we did those attacks and you weren't able to hurt a toughness 7. Dreadnought being strength 3 and that is the end of turn 5. Ooh. So 8 points to 7. I get a point for that one. And a point for overwhelming firepower, making it 9 points to 8, and you're line breaking 9 points to 9 if the game ends. And the player who went first, which is you, rolls the dice, and on a 1-2 after all this, it's just a draw. And it's just a draw. This is the way the world ends. Unbelievable. It is just a draw. Now, you would have had a unit appearing from reserve, which would have got your point, but then your Warlord would have only been on 2 points. You'd have jumped on one of these squads and wiped them out. And left the Terminators back in the corner, potentially. And I would have had some Terminators charging after you. With Stormbolters, I could have hurt some more stuff. He would have eventually broken out of combat, but not this turn. Maybe... Interesting. Very interesting. You hit like a brick.
Yeah. Really, after turn 2, I thought I was in big trouble.
Yeah.
My reserves killed a unit of Terminators and a unit of bikes.
Yeah.
No, a unit of Tactical Marines. I think it was my holding stuff back for turn 3. My third turn charges are what did it for me.
Yes.
They really did some work.
Yeah, the first time you did soften up. You did kill quite a few units, or a couple of units. And then the turn 3 charges, you tied up lots and lots of stuff. What made a difference, though, is the cards. Really weird card draws. There's objectives over here, and there was that defend one came out, and that was it. That came out once. Nothing up here, really. And they could have been line breaker. They could have been not line breaker, behind enemy lines. There could have been those sorts of cards. They didn't come up. I got one defend order. I don't know if you got any defend orders.
I think I did, but I probably ditched them. I think they were defend. I got defend 3,
yeah.
I think, so I ditched that.
But normally jumping on objectives and moving around, you have a fast army. Normally that's what seals the deal. But
didn't get Blood and Guts, didn't get Master of the War.
No.
Was, didn't get a lot of secures, really. No. This army can do well in secure. If you're not hugging the objectives, they do really well. But that was so we're 2 for 2 on draws. Cult versus the 13th.
Yeah, that's true. The 13th had played the Cult twice and drawn twice. It's just we beat each other. I'll tell you, the dead pile is amazing. We beat each other into bloody pulps and come away like 2 prize fighters, and no one is the victor here. Gabriel Locke's removed as a casualty. All my command structure has been removed as a casualty. I've got some first company, some of the Nephilim of the 13th.
Your saves with Gabriel were horrendous.
They could have been better.
I think you passed 2 out of 9.
That was another thing. Stupid. The dice rolling was weird. Like at the start, your hitting and wounded was terrible, but sometimes it was just brutal. The Patriot killed a Devastator squad, done. Killed another Devastator, done. There could have been one guy left alive there. Me firing up at him, I had a chance to kill him with null zone and stuff like that. You made those saves.
That was lucky. That was pure luck.
So it went one way, but when you needed to do it, if I'd have killed him, that would have been Warlord and Kingslayer and I'd have won.
Oh, easily.
But you made those saves.
And I wouldn't have got Warlord.
Yeah, you needed to make 3 5-up saves in a row, and you made the saves.
Yeah.
So your dice rolling was appalling until when you needed it to be, and then it was.
And my charges, I think I failed. The only important charge I failed was the Patriarch on turn 2.
Yeah.
Everything else made it. It really helps the Vigilus.
Yeah. What's the Vigilus on? What is that?
It's called Deliverance Brood Surge.
Right.
It's more than worth the 2 CP.
Right.
It costs to give me. Once you include all the buffs, you're getting, a 7-inch rerollable charge compared to a 9-inch charge. Is
7-inch rerollable charge.
Incredibly strong.
That sounds like good to me. That sounds pretty good to me.
It is. But your bolter fire, you saw it just minced my units, completely demolished them.
Well, bolter fusillades is a thing. With the tactical doctrine in effect, but let's not sugarcoat it here. You are toughness 3 with a 5-up save.
Yes. Oh no! I mean, the lurk in the shadow stratagem's good. I don't think it had any effect in this game, pretty much, because you rinsed whatever you shot at.
The shots were good. When I shot, it was brutal, but you are Genestealer Cults toughness 3 with a 5-up save. Let's face it, a stiff wind does blow them over.
They do. They do. I'm just lucky. What chapter tactics you chose were a good influence, I think, but Ultramarines being able to fall back and still shoot would have been would have hurt me.
Yeah, Ultramarines versus Genestealer Cults is more painful, I think, particularly with the tactical doctrine in effect, particularly with intercessors -2 bolt rifles. I did originally think about playing a second company only Ultramarine successor here, but I thought to myself, if I bring along the second company intercessors at -2, I thought it would be just too dirty, absolutely too dirty, particularly with jumpy dudes all over the place.
You can.
And, that's one of the reasons why. And the other reason why, sorry to interrupt, is that I need to get my head round what the stuff does, and I need to find out whether the little mini Marines can still cut it, and I think they can before I start changing it up and playing Ultramarines and things like that.
Certainly against the Cult. You can't play Ultramarines against Genestealer Cult. So the Cult takes in the most, loathed, reviled, and ridiculed souls. And does that not sound like Ultramarines?
What? What are you saying? How dare you, sir? Brilliant. I think you're talking about word bearers, aren't you? Loathed, reviled, horrible souls.
No. Definitely Ultramarines. If you've been online, it's definitely Ultramarines.
It's not, though. They're noble Roman Astartes-esque type stuff. They're legionaries. Yeah. Reviled souls, in my mind, are Eldari craftworlders. Even the Chaos Gods want to snack on those souls. They're so disgusting.
I think normal Marines, don't get me wrong, Primaris are certainly awesome, but with the doctrines, that -1 AP makes especially with such weak infantry,
yeah.
that extra -1 makes all the difference. It shreds them. And with the amount of bolter fire your bikes and Terminators are putting out, Terminators are actually, against some armies, Terminators are really good.
I think
they are solid.
And the other thing that you can do is you could build a heavy list with lots of big guns with las cannons, missile launchers, stuff like that with a screen, and keep the Devastator Doctrine in effect for 1 or 2 turns or 3 turns and just blow the enemy away. Yeah. We were talking about Whirlwinds and Thunderfires.
Yeah, Thunderfires, one of the missed things in the new Codex, Thunderfires have gone up to Ballistic Skill 2 and 2 up armor.
I missed it.
They are really strong. If 2 CP to shoot again.
Yeah.
If you pair that with tremor shells to you can half the movement of 2 units.
Yeah.
Against things like orcs, Tyranids, fast moving armies, White Scars, you can trap them in the deployment zone for a long time.
I'm sold. I will buy that one. I think in my next game, I'm definitely going to bring 2 Thunderfire cannons.
2 Thunderfire cannons in this game would have been pretty decisive.
With a Lieutenant, because I think a Lieutenant with a power sword is like 64 points or something. It's a standard Lieutenant. And they've got 60-inch range. You can put them right back in the corner, re-rolling wound rolls of 1, 4d6 or d3. Anyway, many shots.
that was a good game. The deployment zone helped. You were able to zone me back, block me out with your moves. If it'd been Dawn of War, I think you might have struggled with as much.
I think if it was Dawn of War, I'd have castled up in 2 areas, to be honest. I'd have put some stuff way in the corner and some stuff way in the corner and invite you to come for one flank.
The Terminators out front was inspired, I must say.
Thank you.
I thought if I got lucky with my demo charges, but because I wasn't wounding you on 2s, that hurt, and your invuns, your 3-up invuns. I thought actually my demo charges could have had a shot. It might have been worth putting them back in reserve to bring them in later.
And you only killed 1.
And maybe, because if he'd have gone after, Keller Morph, the first time I've used them, new model syndrome, you made like 11 out of 9 out of 10 armor saves.
New model syndrome. Next time you use him, he will appear and kill something.
But had I saved the bikers and brought in the demo charges here, I probably could have killed your lieutenant, your librarian. Might have been able to, probably wouldn't have gone after the dread as well, because 3 units would have been optimistic.
But if they weren't there, then these guys would have still been here, and it's
again, you could have moved them up.
It's the coulda, woulda, shouldas. If you'd have brought a little bit different, if you'd have done,
Had the Genestealers made a better advance, I might have gone after the scouts for First Blood, because they can charge. But the Sanctus did okay. He did kill a Psyker. He did his job. But the range, the deployment zones, he's only 36-inch range.
Yep.
He really struggled to get in range of most things.
Yeah.
But no, great game.
Keeping the Terminators, that was more luck than judgment, to be honest. I thought, I don't know what's happening, so let's put the guys with the Storm Shields at the front. That was genuinely my thought process behind it.
Also, because of the Clamavis, you can't deploy within 12 of him.
Right.
So that was part of it as well. You didn't. If you were deep striking in, you weren't getting in charge range, but you could at least fire, rapid fire.
I wanted Storm Shields up front. I thought they could take it, and deploying some Terminators on the table, I thought maybe. Anyway, coulda, woulda, shoulda. There's lots of things. I think I did okay. For my second fight versus Genestealer Cults, to beat you to a bloody draw.
When are we going to decide who's better? There's no... which army's better? Because 2 draws in 2 games.
I'll tell you what, next time I fight you, then I'll just bring Flyer Wings.
And Thunderfire
Storm
Cannons.
Talons, Thunderfire Cannons, Fire Raptor gunships, because I know how much you love Forge World.
I love it. The fact that there's not a single unit with fly in my army really helped me against flies.
Do you know the Storm Talon gunships, when it zips across, hits ground targets on 3s?
Yeah.
You put Big Guns Never Tire on it, it hits ground targets on 2s. Mm-hmm. And it's assault cannon, strength 6. It would be hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s, burning through your armour because it's heavy.
Yep.
With las cannons as well.
I'm glad you brought 2
of them and a Fire Raptor.
I'd say quite a nice marine. You had a lot of bolter fire, but not. You could have had more.
I could have brought flyers. It could have been dirty. I could have brought thunder. There's lots of things I could have done, but honestly, I wanted to see how Terminators and bikes do. And I think they're doing okay.
I like the bikers. My White Scars, I've got my White Scars back on the table. White Scars they've got so many nice stratagems for the bikers. The attack bikes don't suffer the penalty for moving tune. I think White Scars bikers, I'm looking forward to trying them. I think they're a solid army.
Nice. Well, that's the proper army. You're playing the proper army there.
I've been playing my cult in Deathwatch a lot. I've been sort of doing my own battle reports, the written ones and the video ones.
Proper, yes, Astartes proper army. St. Andrews Wargaming.
Yes,
St. Andrews, check out the blog.
I have my own. I'll be nice and call it middling YouTube channel. Over 300 followers.
Nice. What's that called?
St. Andrews Wargaming.
St. Andrews.
Well.
So check out St. Andrews Wargaming on YouTube. Check out St. Andrews Wargame blog. We've got Matt from He-Work Wargames. The generators from GameMat.eu. These things from cromlech.eu or com, who also do the command point tokens and the objective markers for deploymentzone.tv. If you guys want to support us, please join us in the deployment zone. There are painting tutorials, big debates, sit-and talks, 3 campaigns on there, mini battle reports, stuff like that.
It's well worth that. I'm a member now. I joined a few months ago.
Nice. You still haven't watched The Death of Hope yet?
No, not yet.
You're in for a
It's narrative. We don't watch that. We don't watch narrative.
There are some competitive battlets on there.
There are some good ones. Yeah.
I do try and pop that competitive cherry every now and then. Right, so we'll wrap up. Otherwise, we'll go on forever talking about the new Space Marine Codex, which is epic. It's a good codex. I don't think it's broken as well. That's the other thing.
No, I think it Marines needed a big power boost, and they got it.
It got the power boost, but it didn't get them to a level where, oh dear, no one can compete with them anymore.
I mean,
it's competitive strong, but not stupid strong.
People complain about drop pods and null deployment. I think that'll get fixed soon.
Yeah, but in a game where there's 6 Eldar flyers zipping around all over the place and Tau with 9, Tau.
Yeah.
Just Tau.
Yeah. No, the Marine,
anything Xenos.
I figured I'd be fighting the 13th, a rematch. I was seriously worried. I've played the new Marines. Had you got first turn, I think I would have been in big trouble.
Yeah.
I've played you 3 times. I've got first turn 3 times. I can't complain about my rolling too much.
No.
When I get first turn every time.
Well, anyone who plays the 13th should feel the fear of the Imperium. The Imperium's finest. So again, we'll just keep going. So I shall wrap up. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming down. You are legend.
Pleasure.
I appreciate it. And thank you everyone for watching that battle report. We do hope you enjoyed it. Leave a thumbs down if you didn't, and a comment if you didn't. I'd like to hear your feedback. Otherwise, happy wargaming.